Welcome to the club.
My club are mental, aren't they?
21 is coming.
You're chatting gas. Embarrassing.
Off, ref!
Most toxic fan base in the world are Arsenal.
Liverpool, the worst champions ever. Welcome back to the club. We're live.
Fantastic, eh? This is going to be a big game. We have just watched Brighton & Hove Albion beat Aston Villa, which suddenly means that the game that we're covering for Tottenham Hotspur there's a little bit of impetus to it now. Because Tottenham will see that there is a world that the Champions League could still be on the horizon.
Tottenham have 2 games in hand on Villa, and they're 7 points behind. So if they win those, there'd be a point behind them with 2 games remaining.
It's a big if, though. They got one of those games at Anfield against Liverpool.
And one against Man City.
Yeah, they'll beat us, probably the way it's going.
They're going to beat City and hand Arsenal the title. You know that, right?
I mean, there is most certainly a chance that we know now. Sheffield United are relegated. They're gone. Burnley, their hopes of staying in the Premier League hanging by a Rizla paper. Luton are as good as gone, I believe. Nottingham Forest are going to get some news this week, we think. I think they'll have a couple of points given back to them.
Oh, they're going to get some points back?
I think this week we're going to hear their appeal. The results of their appeal will come through. They probably get a couple of points back. So I think the relegation is done. The title is still up for grabs. And top 4 is really taking a few twists and turns.
Yeah, and I think Villa will be hard done by the Europa Conference League result against Olympiacos. Certainly an adrenaline-draining game.
Well, they may need to win it now to qualify. They may need to win. Oh, no, they won't. I was thinking it would get you in the Champions League, but it doesn't.
No, there's a period that was the case.
Yeah.
Is that a penalty in your opinion, guys? The Brighton penalty?
We're looking at the Brighton penalty incident here.
It seemed like, remember the one that got disallowed for Forest Everton? It looked like that, which should have been given, and it was given. But it does look soft.
I feel like, when there's debates around penalties now, should it be a penalty, shouldn't it be a penalty? I feel like I always get it wrong. Like, in terms of the way that the general public feel, I'm usually not in keeping with the way that it goes. So, I'll give you a great example. The Man City game yesterday, the 2 penalties.
I've not seen them.
You haven't seen them? You've obviously seen them. The 2 penalty incidents, in my opinion, penalty. I don't really see it
as... First one.
It
thought it was disgraceful,
didn't touch the ball.
I seen your tweet.
I thought it was disgraceful.
But it wasn't, because he doesn't make any contact
with the ball. If it's the other way around.
He doesn't make any contact with the ball.
But Gvardiol doesn't barely make any contact with the ball on Ait Nuri, and it's a 50-50. But I don't get why Wolves are being infringed more than the City player when it's a pure 50-50. It's a pure
No, because
50-50.
one of them won the ball and the other one didn't. Gvardiol does touch.
Gvardiol doesn't win the ball early enough before the contact.
He wins the ball before the contact.
From my understanding, they both come together 50-50.
This is what I mean. I saw that. I thought, maybe soft, but probably a penalty. And then the second one,
really harsh.
Second one, I didn't think there was any debate at all.
No, second one.
Just not.
It is a
Haaland. Haaland actually, you can see his foot follow through, as if he's taken the shot.
He gets smashed,
and he gets.
And that isn't a decision they made on the day. They had to use.
No, I know.
The idiots with the TVs.
Mate, do you know the other thing that I would just want to talk about because I was amazed by it? Not on our running order. Nobody else would be interested in this bar me probably, but I'm going to talk about it anyway. Erling Haaland is the man in the whole world who can jump the highest. Nobody can jump higher than Erling Haaland. Did you see the leap? The leap.
Yeah, it was crazy.
For that guy, you haven't seen any of it.
I've seen him jump in the air before, though.
No.
This is different.
No, this is different. This is different. I swear. Do you know what it's like? Do you remember when Sampdoria played Juve and Cristiano Ronaldo went up?
Yeah.
And Cristiano Ronaldo is a mile above. It's like that.
Yeah.
Or his goal against Roma.
Yeah.
It's like that.
That one.
I just couldn't believe how high Erling Haaland was. And then it was a beautiful header as well. It's like a cushioned header back across the goal. Like, really good goal. And
we need that against Real Madrid.
Fuck
me, not Wolves. We needed that a few weeks earlier, I think.
Yeah, I know. It's easier against Kilman than Rudiger, isn't it?
But he's been fantastic this season, nonetheless. Top scorer. That means something these days.
We've got an interesting debate lined up for later on the podcast, which will be out tomorrow. So we'll save that for then.
Got heated, didn't it? Got heated.
It did, yeah. There's a full-time score coming in from Stamford Bridge.
Go on.
Chelsea 5, West Ham 0.
Always a joy to beat them. Always a joy.
Do you want to hear something?
Go on. 5 different goal scorers, I believe, is it?
Chelsea are above Manchester United.
We will. I said that earlier. I said that off air. I said it to Jack. I said we're going to finish above Man United this year. I said we will.
But if they win the FA Cup...
I said it to you, didn't I?
Yeah. But if they win the FA Cup, that's a better season.
Of course.
Oh, yeah, he's not denying that.
But if you don't, you've had a worse
season. We were
season.
like 10 points ahead of them at one point, I think. Crazy. What do you want to see?
No, on turn the volume down. Yeah, we...
That's over there.
It's on my phone.
Where's it coming from?
Got noise in the background.
Oh, right. Turn it down.
Turn the volume down, man.
But we talk. By the way, I'm seeing a lot on Twitter about how boring the league is from certain creators, how boring the Premier League is. It's your fucking faults. 1,000,000%. Man United are shit. Chelsea are shit. It's about £1 billion.
Hang on. Wait. You've immediately gone on the attack without exploring whether there's any credibility in the accusation. It isn't a boring league.
Fine. Yeah, I'll take that. I like that.
Well, the league's not over. Anyone can win it at the moment.
It isn't a boring
not
league.
anyone.
I think the Premier League, when Chelsea are back to their best, which will happen eventually with the money, has to. Man United, huge institution. You're below Chelsea. When your two clubs wake up,
I don't think it's boring.
Really,
I don't think it's a
if
good
everyone
quality
was
league.
firing, it'd be like how do you pick a top four? You know, if like everyone had a good team and everyone was firing.
I think it goes back to the originals.
Would be
I think it goes back to the originals.
Yeah.
I think
Liverpool.
all of a sudden Tottenham and Villa and whoever else are flirting with it, they're no longer in.
Well, really, Tottenham and Villa have done their most to give it away.
No, but they've been flirting
United
with the
have just
idea,
been-
and basically, if everyone gets their act together, I think it becomes 5-4.
plus you
rather than
relegate
7.
Sheffield United, you relegate Burnley, no reason to be in the league, in my opinion. Eventually, hopefully, Brentford get relegated, with all due respect. Luton, I like Luton, but they're a small club. Leicester back in, Ipswich back in,
Leeds back
Portsmouth
in.
maybe one day
Leeds.
back in.
We've got two
we
super
don't
chats,
want
by the way.
Portsmouth back.
We've got two
Portsmouth.
super
You
chats
don't
that are
want
Chelsea
Portsmouth
related.
back.
Let's get those
South
super
Coast
chats up.
Hang on a minute. Are Portsmouth in
You
your
need South
preferred
Coast
20?
representation, mate. You need
Southampton, maybe, not
not
Portsmouth.
Southampton.
Southampton before Portsmouth.
Portsmouth are triple the
Southampton
club.
are more
Southampton.
traditional Premier League club than Portsmouth.
Portsmouth won the FA Cup recently. They've been in
Southampton are more
Europe.
traditional. The Dell and that.
You prefer Southampton to Portsmouth?
No one wants to go to the Fratton Park with the Bell End and all
Better
that.
stadium than St Mary's. St Mary's is soulless.
We got some super chats. Relentless says this one's for Rory. I too agree that Podge has been fraudulent.
Podge.
Has done a fraudulent job this season. However, we are seeing progress, even if we should be better.
See, people are very
Your
easily
class, though.
pleased.
He says your class.
That's very kind of you, Relentless. I really do appreciate that. The issue that I would have, yes, I'm loving the results of late. I think we've shown a lot of character against Aston Villa in the fight back and were robbed. We should have got the 3 points that day. Always a joy to beat Tottenham and always a joy to slap up West Ham as well. Very important that both Tottenham and West Ham know their place. So what we've done over the last few days is huge. What I would say, though, Mate, it was about a week ago that we conceded 5 at Arsenal. It's about a week ago. You know, these results are very impressive. I'm delighted. But remember, one of our most harrowing London derby defeats ever happened about 8 or 9 days ago with Mauricio Pochettino in charge. But I do appreciate the super chat. And yes, things are moving in the right direction for sure. And I think we could make it into Europe, which I consider to be a success.
Cameron says, yes, Rory battered West Ham 5-0. Good performance, finally.
Yeah.
And Relentless sent another super chat asking us to read his other super chat, but we've finally got around to doing that. If you send a super chat, just give it 5-10 minutes before we get
send
back, right?
another to remind us.
Stop being greedy, man.
Huh?
I know he's relentless, but we don't want him just relentlessly sending
Well, who
super
knows?
chats. Or maybe we do.
We're busy people.
That's how some people got to get by. Jordan Van Schaik says, over Haaland's stat, 50 big chances missed this season.
That's interesting, isn't it? That's interesting. I mean, he's also scored an awful lot of
You've
goals.
got to be in
as
it
well.
to win it.
He's also... What does that mean? What does that mean?
You've got to be in it to win it.
No, I
If he's
agree.
in
I mean, I
positions to
agree
score
with
the
the
amount of
words.
goals that he does, then he's entitled to miss a few. If you score 52 and 53, you're entitled to miss a load as well. He's burying loads.
I don't know.
You're going to miss big chances. Do you know how many Wayne Rooney probably missed in his career?
No, but-
Still scored.
No, but Wayne Rooney wasn't breaking records in the way that Erling Haaland is,
exactly.
according to that statistic.
Exactly.
No, breaking records for missing.
I'd rather have someone that misses more and then scores more ever seen in a single Premier League campaign.
Does it kind of show you the luxury that you have being a City striker? Like, we judge so many other strikers and, like, they miss a chance or two a game. We're like, Jesus, this guy's had a shocker. But Haaland will get 8 chances, miss 4, and score 4.
That's not true.
The amount of chances he gets means he can't afford to miss them.
Define miss. Because keepers are entitled to save something as well.
No, but
not every chance is one-on-one with the keeper.
You proper thought you slam dunked that one there, innit?
What do you mean?
About the keeper. The keeper,
But
got to save them.
we're talking
Big
about
chances are big chances.
there like it's an open net every time. No, some chances are big chances and some aren't big
No, but
chances.
you are also
Yeah, but
allowed
this
to
is about
just
big
acknowledge
chances.
that he is
He
more
misses
profligate.
more than Aguero missed for sure,
Yeah.
or Tevez even.
Also, he seems
Or
to
Anelka
miss.
back in the
I
day.
feel like he misses when it most matters as well. You know, he looks very clinical when he's playing Wolves and the team are winning, but he didn't look particularly clinical when there was one chance on offer against Arsenal. One chance on offer against Real Madrid.
He doesn't. Against Real Madrid, for example, he didn't even have chances. That's the issue.
No, he had that. There was a header. There was a header that he got caught under. There was also the chance. There was also the chance that would have won you the league by now, I believe. The chance where he just launched it over the bar against Arsenal. when just for the one moment where he kind of got the wrong side of Saliba.
Yeah.
Darwin Núñez has missed 26 chances, big chances this season. Haaland's missed 32. So who is actually the donkey?
I think Darwin Núñez is a problem for Liverpool. You know?
Yeah, he is.
I think he's a problem.
Do you think the next manager gets rid?
Not yet. Not yet, because the next manager will want to work with him and see. But what I haven't seen from Darwin Núñez, which I really did expect to see by now, is that level of improvement. Like, I don't think he's any better now than he was the day he arrived. I don't think he's been at the club, 2 years?
No, you're spot on.
I don't think he's any better.
I saw a great video where the chances he's missed would have kept Liverpool currently top of the table. The big chance against Man United where he missed, I think, an open net.
Yeah.
Could we not say that about Haaland, though?
Yeah,
but he converts enough. We are top of the table.
The thing is, there's a difference in jeopardy, isn't there? Because at Manchester City, Erling Haaland can be, according to this, miss the most big chances in the league. He can have the most misses of big chances. And his team still win the double. Scorer. Well, the thing is, if Man City have 4 games to go. If Man City win 4 games, they will win the double. So regardless of how many chances he misses, they kind of get away with it because they create enough for him to still score. And if he has a real off day where he doesn't score, there's nothing to worry about because don't worry, Kevin De Bruyne, Bernardo Silva, Julian Alvarez, somebody else will pick up the slack. Doesn't exist like that at Liverpool. You know, it's going to be Cody Gakpo.
What is the average for, let's say, Ruud van Nistelrooy, let's say Andy Cole, some of the great strikers? I don't know what the number is. What is the average in a season?
But the problem is they wouldn't have had the stats as recorded as closely here. I bet there's some years where they haven't got big chance missed.
Suarez in 2013. As an example,
Suarez wouldn't.
What if his misses are up in the 30s?
I don't think
it's an interesting debate. 14
Suarez.
Let's not do Suarez. Let's do Drogba. There we go. 2010 Drogba. Okay, this is prime Drogba.
This is a great
double winning Drogba.
This is great.
Let's do Drogba.
Let's do Drogba.
Drogba.
Go to the
Drogba 2010, please.
Most recent
Let's do Drogba.
Drogba 2010.
Darren Bent missed 22.
Hang on, but where's Didier Drogba's not in it?
Kalou is.
You must Solomon be somewhere, Kalou is, but we're not on the right page.
But Solomon Kalou only missed 16.
We're not on the right page, Roy.
No, process the stats that you've been provided. Didier Drogba missed 11. So a third.
I like him, by the way. I've always been a massive Drogba.
He probably also scored a third of the goals.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
What season?
How much?
No. Banging.
That's interesting, though. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Darren Bent.
Yeah. No, Darren. I mean, Darren Bent had the thing. Sandra.
Does the beach ball count as a miss?
Nah, that's a goal, man.
It counted as a goal, didn't it?
Yeah.
Counted as a goal.
Reese with the super chat says, Macca, Ten Hag staying. I keep flip-flopping, so do I. I say stay. Let's keep him. Rovshan, this is a super chat, so I've got to read it out. Says, Rory, you don't know ball. Go back to acting.
I can't disagree.
GGMU said, you guys miss a hell of a lot of super chats. Not going to lie. Said that with a super chat.
Well,
even though we missed
the proof
super
that we didn't.
Risked it and put one out there anyway. I like it, living on the edge. Boehner, or Mr. Ragnarsson, as he likes to be called, says Isaac and Bruno for sure too good for Newcastle. Do you think they're there next season?
No.
I don't think they'll let both of them go.
One's at Man City.
I don't think they'll let both of them go. I feel like Isak's got Arsenal written all over him.
Is that because of the rumours we're hearing, or
just everything? All everything combined. Like, he's good mates with Odegaard as well, isn't he, from their Sociedad days? I just feel like he is such an Arsenal player. When you look at the Arsenal squad and you think, where do they need to improve? There isn't really a glaring error. You can talk about left back, but probably Timber slots in there. There isn't really another weakness in their side. Like, in terms of like an obvious replacement, we need to sign X to solve the problem Y. That don't really exist at Arsenal, aside from somebody more clinical, somebody more guaranteed to score goals through the middle. And if you look at the way Alexander Isak has played this season, a lot of the time last year he's playing out wide a bit. I'm very good at it.
He's a better player than Jesus.
But through the middle, I don't think he's a better player than him. No, I don't. I don't think.
Finish.
But I think I'm wrong. It's another example. When I feel like I get everything wrong. That guy's super chat was onto something. I think Gabriel Jesus is absolutely brilliant. He's just not a good. He's just not a good enough goal scorer. He's a wicked footballer.
I'm not sure whether it was more fans than if there were anything being in it. But there was a lot of people linking him with a move to Chelsea.
Jesus. No, he's the last thing in the world we need. Because the last thing in the world we need is what we do not need. He's a brilliant player, Gabriel Jesus, a far better player than Nicholas Jackson. But the last thing that Chelsea need is another player who is wasteful in front of goal. Yeah. It's literally the last thing.
You're going to have to live with that. They're hard to sign.
No, I know, but we
have to build them up like maybe Ollie Watkins was built up by Unai Emery and just before that as well.
No, but we have to.
You don't have to sign someone that isn't proven
I don't
yet.
watch enough international football, right, to know if Osimhen is as clinical as they say, if Gyökeres is as clinical as they say. But we need to get that right. Whoever that player is.
Yeah,
Look,
yeah.
I'll tell you who is wicked and does score. I know Harry Kane is brilliant, and we should have signed him. I know Alexander Isak is brilliant, and we should be linked with him.
Yeah.
I just don't think it
Darwin
happens.
Nunes was clinical in the Benfica
I don't think
years.
I don't think he was he?
His numbers were amazing. It was
No, but
32 and 40
No,
or
but it's
something
not
like
only about that. It's about what you miss.
Yeah.
It's about the sitters. Like, I remember when they played against... He scored against Liverpool, but he also missed, you know?
Yeah.
So, that top line stat, he scored 38 in 40. Yeah, okay, great.
He did miss
How
a
many
few.
chances did he miss?
Like Lautaro Martinez is doing
Here
very well
he is,
in
Mr.
Milan.
Big Fraud. Mr. Fraud himself.
That's
All right, mate.
Ange Postecoglou on the screen for those that don't know.
He really... Everyone knows. Everyone knows exactly that.
I think you're being premature.
Don't start.
You are being premature.
Start.
You are.
Mate, you were being premature at the beginning of the season when they put you on Australian news.
Put you on first. You're the first one on that clip.
You two were in there
He's
together.
the first one.
Buvey's on Australian news.
Why weren't you on there?
Because I was said he'd do all right, which he did all right.
He wasn't on the clip.
I was on the clip.
No, you weren't.
You weren't on the clip.
No, you weren't.
You definitely weren't on the clip.
We did have a conversation
you
where
weren't
I
there.
said he'd do all right.
You weren't there. Don't try and get out of this.
I said he'd do all right.
You
He's
weren't.
trying to lie. He's trying to lie his way out of the trouble. We got put on Australian news because of your idiocy.
No, but you started it by slagging him off.
You started it. Are you for?
Huh?
You started it.
And I said I'd never slag off Australians. Okay, I like
No,
Australian
I would never
people.
slag off an Australian, ever. I like Australians. I just don't like Ange Postecoglou, and I don't think he's a very good manager. And the reason why Tottenham keep getting battered every single week, and the reason that they're going to get battered today, is because their manager is distinctly average.
He's not average.
He's
above
average.
Yeah,
He's
but
not
what he's going to
average.
do, he's
not
going to
average.
he's going to go to Anfield. after
Define
getting
average.
pumped. He's got pumped by Arsenal, pumped by Chelsea. He's going to go to Anfield and lift up his skirt again, bro.
He's not average.
That's exactly what he's going to
Define
do.
average. In the Premier League,
Okay, I'll
he's above
define
average. He's not the 10th best manager in the league.
No,
He's
but
slightly
he's at a
above that.
club. He's at a club that's he's very
In football,
average
we
for
can say
Tottenham.
he's not a world-class manager.
No,
Of course
wait,
he's not.
finishing sixth in the league with Tottenham is average.
Where were they last season?
Eighth. In a season where their manager
Adam Lewis
hated
has
them
added
and
a
they sacked
super
their
chat to
manager.
this debate. Says in their first season, Klopp and Arteta were 8th. Pep came 4th. If they weren't frauds
Third.
back then, or 3rd. If
So
they weren't
what?
frauds back then, Ange isn't a
What
fraud.
does, it,
Arteta
what, what does that
took
matter?
Arsenal
Antonio
from
Conte
8th
won
to
his
8th.
league in his first year. So what? Loads of people have
Yeah,
done
but
loads of
Arteta
things
took
in their
Arsenal
first
from
year.
8th to 8th. Am I wrong?
You're wrong.
I'm not.
Arteta didn't take them from 8th to 8th. Arteta took them from 5th to 8th.
Yeah,
but
it went
then
backwards.
back 8th.
Yeah, then
He's
back
on
to back
about.
8th,
Yeah.
then 5th. Then he bottled the biggest lead in the history of Premier League football in terms of time ever seen. And now we're waxing lyrical as if he's Jesus reincarnate in terms of managers.
No,
It's embarrassing.
Arteta,
He's a decent
Arteta's
manager.
obviously a better manager than Postecoglou.
Yeah. But we don't know enough yet. I think Ange Postecoglou's still got a lot of room to
Mate,
grow.
in the last month, we have seen Tottenham concede from a set piece on 433 occasions in 1 month.
It's not looking good defensively right now. Can he turn it around?
They've conceded a set piece goal in the last 4 weeks 433 times. They constantly concede from set pieces. They have no idea how to deal with that situation. They have conceded how many goals in the last 3 games? 4 at Tottenham, 2 at Chelsea,
Newcastle.
3 at Newcastle. Sorry, 4 at Newcastle, 2 at Chelsea, 3 at Arsenal.
Yeah.
Right. It's completely unacceptable.
Yeah, but you're saying
and if you look in their last 6
shocking.
games, they've conceded like 20 goals in their last 6 games.
Yeah, I think he can turn it around more than you think he can.
I don't think he can.
You think it's over?
I don't think he'll be. I think he is what he is.
If you're a Spurs fan, would you want him out?
It's not about whether you want him out. It's about who are you. Are you a team that finishes somewhere between 5th and 8th every season? If you are that
Spurs
team,
are.
stick with
That's
Postecoglou.
my-
Yeah,
exactly. That's what we're
then
saying
they've got
there.
the right manager.
It's different for Chelsea who've had success.
If they've got ambitions of being a better team, mate, then they need to. Then they need to think about this because he is so distinctly average, so proven average.
Yeah.
I just don't.
I think
I
that's
just-
why he's a
Are
Spurs
we judging him
manager.
harshly considering this is turned into what's his face? James Bond. What's his James Bond?
Roger Moore.
Sean Connery.
Sean Connery.
Considering they lost Kane and all these kind of different things.
Kane.
like-
Yeah, they lost Kane. They bought in Madison. At one point, people were telling me that was an improvement. You know, they spent a lot of money. They lost Kane, of course. I was saying that was a
Those are
massive deal.
Spurs fans on Twitter who are like the
Okay.
loudest guys in the world.
Why are we not talking about the lack of... Okay, look, at Tottenham, in terms of the failings, Ange Postecoglou getting it wrong time and time again, constantly playing this progressive system, constantly playing this expansive system, not having a plan B. That's problematic. Nobody anymore wants to talk about how average James Maddison is. Nobody wants to talk about how useless Heung-min Son is.
Yeah.
Who do you lay the blame to for that? The manager, the players?
All of the above.
Mixture of the
all
both?
of the above. Oh, that's a lovely beer. All of the above. I think that Ange Postecoglou definitely needs to take his share of the responsibility. When you're the manager, ultimately the buck stops with you. But I would also say that James Maddison, everybody was waxing lyrical about how good he is. Everybody was telling me, England, at one point, England, you were big on the England front with him. England need to build a team around Maddison. It was all about Maddison. Do you remember? Because in autumn, it was all going so well for them. They were talking about winning the league. They played 10, won 8, drew 2, lost none. And Ange Postecoglou was turning water into blowjobs, right? He was capable of doing anything, right? Capable of making anything out of anything. All of a sudden, that's what they were saying about this guy.
I've never heard of that.
That's what they were saying.
Is that a saying? No. Water into blowjobs.
That's how good a manager he was.
You just made that up.
That's how good a manager he was. He was
water into blowjobs.
Zoom in on him when he says that.
No.
Yeah.
Get away from me, man. No, Roy, no. Get away from me. Oh. Never heard of that.
Mate, that's what he did. He turned.
Is that a saying? No, I'm interested in the saying now.
Mate,
Is it a saying?
I don't know.
Or have you just made it up? Be honest. Is it a saying?
I don't know.
Have you heard your mate ever say that to you?
I've never heard that before.
He
I felt like he was going down, the fall in a bucket of tits and come out sucking your thumb. I thought it was along that kind of...
No, what I'm saying is, people would say that he could turn water into wine, which would be good. But blowjobs are better than wine. I think we all agree.
I think the debate is he's a 6 out of 10. You think people think he's a 10 out of 10. No one thinks he's a 10 out of 10.
What would you prefer
he's a 6
now?
out of 10.
A blowjob or a glass of wine? Seriously, if you could be, I'll offer you the nicest...
I'm interested in hydration.
I'll offer you
I'm interested in hydration.
The nicest Cabernet Sauvignon known to man. I'll get you...
You just said it was water.
Buvey, do you remember your first blowjob?
Buvey, do you remember
How
your
long
first...
did it take the guy's
Yeah, I didn't say anything. I knew you were copying The Sopranos, man. So I didn't say anything. You can't end your own joke and then laugh, okay?
Do you remember your first blowjob? How long did it take the guy?
Just said it, you gimp. Yeah, the guy falls into it in The Sopranos. Who was it? It was
it's Paulie, isn't it?
No,
Hey, Tony, do you
says it
remember what I just said?
Chrissy or Sylvia?
Sylvia.
Yeah. Very funny.
That's
Very
hilarious.
funny. And just to remind you all that we're brought to you by Super 6. Thank you so much to Super 6 for sponsoring us. We are over the moon that they have chosen to partner with us for this entire season. Thank you so much to them. Make sure that you join our Super 6 league. It's amazing. It won't cost you a penny. And if you predict 6 football scores correctly, you will win £250,000. It really is that simple. And if you finish top of our league, you will be playing football for us against Pitchside at the New Den. Really is as simple as that, eh, big boy?
Yeah, I'm gassed. I've got into training. I'm playing centre back in the game, and you could be involved with us as well, potentially man-marking Theo Baker out of the game. That's a massive
good luck with that, mate.
So make sure you check it out. The link is somewhere down below.
You give him a little knee in his hip, he'll be all right.
I never want to do that to players, man.
We don't like to see players injured, but if they play for that lot, it's all right.
Yeah.
So we got the game. We got the game coming up anyway. We are sponsored by Super 6. Super 6 is all about predictions. Boys, predict this game for me, man. Remember
Liverpool...
last season, by the way, when Richarlison scored?
Celebrated and went out the other end. Yeah. I think this game finishes quite easily. Liverpool 3, Tottenham Hotspur 0.
I'm going 5-0 Liverpool.
After all your chat about Postecoglou, you do that as a prediction. Can you sack him?
What
Seriously,
are you on about?
Jack, can you...
You can't have a nuanced debate, Rory.
This guy.
You can't have a nuanced debate.
Yeah, I think you're being really harsh. I think Ange Postecoglou's going to get it right.
Yeah.
I think they get beat 5-0 today.
Yeah, because he hasn't got the right personnel in charge.
I think they get beat 5-0 today.
He hasn't
I
got
think
the right personnel.
I think he's doing a really good job. I think they get beat 5-0 today.
Guardiola's first keeper was Claudio Bravo. He had to come and get Edison and swap it around a bit. And then we were amazing.
I think they get beat 5-0, having just said how well their manager is doing.
I didn't say he's doing amazingly well.
Yeah.
I said other managers have probably done worse.
Do you see what I put up with? Do you see? This is an insight into my life. This is an insight into what I have to do. We've just had a long debate about how good Ange Postecoglou is.
He's doing a 6 out of 10 job.
I want to even know more from you.
Yeah.
We've just had a long debate about Ange Postecoglou. I've been saying that he's incredibly limited. He's getting it wrong. His lack of pragmatism is going to trouble Tottenham. Buvey argues he's actually doing really well. It's not easy.
Didn't say well.
We then did predictions. Yeah. And Buvey went that they lose 5-0.
So I think there's room to grow in the future for optimism for Spurs. But that's a fair thing to say.
Is your optimism
we were getting
still
smashed 4-0 by Leicester City in our first season with Guardiola. Is your optimism still growing
if you get beat by
There's
Arsenal,
more room for
Chelsea and Liverpool in a week?
optimism with Ange than there was with Arteta based on his first season.
Is there still optimism when you're getting beat off Liverpool, Arsenal and Chelsea?
His defence right now is not in a good situation. With a few transfer windows, he could get it right. What's wrong with saying that? You could get it right in the future. Rory?
You're wrong with saying that.
Why? Vicario is someone that we don't talk about enough. His form's been shocking the last few weeks.
Yeah, but at the beginning of the season, everyone was saying he's the best keeper in the league.
People were saying that he was capable of turning water into blowjob.
I think there's room there. You know, there's a lot of optimism.
I think, you know what?
There's a lot of room
I tend to
grow.
agree with you, Booth. I think there's a lot of improvement from him. And look, you can't judge him yet. But on the flip side, I think you see Pep, you see Klopp, you see all these managers, that come up against him, Poch, whoever. They must love playing against him, bro. Because they're going up against him and he's allowing all of these teams to play their best form of football. Now, it may be a case where it's an absolute ding-dong and everyone scores and it's a great game. But these lot are loving that. You're not coming up against someone that's going to keep it tight.
And why are so many of his players, like the players that are meant to be the personality of the team? Heung-min Son, he was supposed to be the guy. James Maddison, he was supposed to be the guy. Like even the new signings, like that Brennan Johnson's been pony.
Yeah.
You know, a pony.
A load of money as well. Load of money.
Yeah. You know.
It depends what you think Spurs can be as a club. I think they can be a top 4 side consistently. I think that's their level.
I do, but not with him in charge.
I think he could be the guy that delivers regular top 4 attacking football Spurs. The Spurs way of playing. Whatever that means, there is an ethos.
He was born to play for Spurs.
2 wingers, bombing down the wing.
What did they sing that about?
Gareth Bale.
Oh, fair enough.
He can be the guy that delivers that. Nothing much else more. Maybe a cup. He needs to win a cup.
Brennan Johnson starts today, by the way.
Yeah, he starts and he misses a load. And Heung-min Son, look, I'm going to give you a spoiler on this game. Do you know that? I'm sorry to do this. I don't want to ruin it for you, but I'm going to spoil the game for you. Heung-min Son will be completely anonymous. He won't touch the ball. He'll be completely
anonymous.
Brennan Johnson will miss at least one sitter. Sitter. And Liverpool got the other end and win 3-0.
5-0.
Yeah, imagine if it's like Richarlison won last time. They score. Don't count.
Yeah. Got no shame.
And Liverpool scored straight after, didn't
No shame.
It was quite funny. I don't want to see Liverpool win, but...
Yeah, I remember Firmino scored in the last minute against these as well recently, didn't he? Do you remember? Yeah. Like, they really needed a win and Firmino scored.
You know what I realised after the Chelsea-Spurs game? That the last Chelsea-Spurs game at the Bridge before that was that one with Tuchel and Conte.
Yeah.
And that feels like it's about 5 years
And we watched
ago.
that in Barcelona.
Yeah, that does... Was that last season?
That was
the start of last season because of the World Cup.
Isn't that ridiculous? Tuchel and Conte were Chelsea and Tottenham managers last season.
Talking about
think
Conte,
how long ago that feels?
In comparison to... What's his name again?
Who? Pochettino. Postecoglou.
Forgot his name. Yeah, like, what the hell, man? Postecoglou, like, Conte was there.
Wait, what? Are you all right?
No, sorry. I'm losing my point.
If you forgot his name. You're going to have to start talking in sentences, otherwise we're not going to be able to...
When Conte was at Spurs, they beat City every time, bro.
Yeah.
Every time.
Yeah, Harry Kane's hat-trick and all that. Harry Kane's hat-trick.
Now, all of a sudden, you're playing against the Spurs where you're like, I can't wait to play against you.
Yeah, you batter them.
But he's taken them above where Conte left them.
No, don't be silly.
I'm not saying he's a better manager than Conte. Conte was... Ask a Spurs fan who they'd rather have in charge.
They've gone from 8 to 6.
Lads, I really do not like Spurs as a football club.
Well, you sound like you do. You sound like you're in love with them.
I've got a lot of friends who are Spurs fans. There's no way in hell they'd ever swap Ange right now for Conte. No way in hell.
They wouldn't. They'd be wrong, though.
Exactly.
They'd be wrong, though.
No, they'd be completely right.
They'd be wrong.
Spurs...
You want a better manager.
Spurs are the biggest failures in the history of modern football. Yeah. They've not won a league title in close to half a century, okay? And they've built a brand new stadium built on nothing with a trophy room.
It's more than
trophies
half a century.
In it. Yeah.
What do you mean?
70 years.
Yeah.
Six
Close to a century.
Ange Postecoglou fits that kind of club perfect.
When was their last league title?
62?
61.
61.
Jeez Louise.
With 2 league cups in 30 years.
So that's years on.
They're a failed club on so many levels. That's why Ange Postecoglou's great going in there. He's come from the Scottish League.
But they don't want to be that. They don't want.
They want to be a top 4 club.
No, in their head,
what about
they're bigger
this?
than that.
Who wins a trophy first? Newcastle or Spurs?
They're both. But Newcastle, the Spurs, the North. That's the thing. They are.
Although Tottenham have won a lot of silverware recently compared to what Newcastle.
Spurs are a big club.
No question. I'm not comparing.
I think you have to say Tottenham are more likely to win silverware simply because, like Tottenham, despite having a pitiful trophy haul, Tottenham have won 2 league cups since 1991. Right, so since 91, Tottenham 2 league cups. Very uninspiring, but that's what they've done. Newcastle are pushing 100 years since their last
Newcastle
trophy.
played Spurs in a cup final.
100 years.
Actually, Carabao Cup
100
final.
years.
They're pushing 100 years.
I feel Newcastle have the edge.
Yeah.
Do you know how many generations could be born in 100 years? You could be a great-great-granddad.
No, you could be a Newcastle fan and your great
years.
you could be a Newcastle fan and your granddad is 100 and your granddad is 88 and nobody has ever seen you win a trophy.
At the age of
nobody in your whole family You've got an 88-year-old and a 1-year-old, and nobody's seen you win a trophy.
Spurs on the ball.
No, Newcastle
City have won a trophy. And they're in League One.
Newcastle's last trophy was closer to the Victorian era of England than it is to today.
Queen Vicky was alive building Albert Hall.
Yeah. Royal Albert Hall. The Royal Albert Hall was nothing but a...
For
there was a
sick
garage
husband.
night there the other night.
Did they?
There was a proper spoonie in that, like a proper
Really?
garage. They did like a proper, luck and everyone.
She built it for her sick husband, isn't that the Taj Mahal?
Don't know
For
about
his
that.
wife, innit?
Albert was really sick, so she built loads of stuff for him.
She built the Albert Memorial. There's a memorial in Hyde Park.
Yeah, polio or something, didn't he? Was it polio or tuberculosis?
Don't know.
Probably one of them
One of
back
those
in the
two.
day.
Don't know. I'd hate to get
Imagine
either.
getting both.
I'd hate to get either. If you had to get a disease, what would you choose? If you had to get one, I think gout.
No, but you've
Like Henry VIII.
Scurvy.
No, because you just have some oranges and it goes.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Well, if you had to pick,
There was that famous ship. There was that famous.
I'll have a cold.
There was a famous ship that went to Antarctica. They took the wrong type of fruit.
No, they took oranges when they meant to take lemons.
Yeah. There must be a saying that's come out of that, like a Cockney saying that comes out.
Almost
of that.
definitely.
There must be.
Yeah. If you had to have one, then what would it be?
You said gout.
I was going to say it.
I'll
but
have
then
gout.
Nowadays, you probably get the whole stream taken off.
Be careful then.
I'd get that one, though.
No, you don't want that.
The new thing.
Oh, yeah, right. Oh, right. I wasn't
Everyone
thinking
was
that.
supposed to be jabbed up for.
Oh, no, I wasn't thinking that.
Oh.
You'll be reet with that. You'll be reet.
Right. Here we go.
Here we
Tottenham
go.
on the
Come
attack. Keeper catches it. No dramas. Trust me. Look, watch. Porro standing over it, really giving it a big one. Straight into the keeper's arms. 1, 2, 3. Action. Keeper.
Oh. Spurs.
Oh, Rosette.
Yeah.
Man.
Great.
What was that?
Do you remember when
His
people
level
try and
dropped.
convince you that Basuma was as good as Rice?
Yeah, and Sarr. Yeah, it's embarrassing.
Crazy.
Yeah, it was that. He had a really good season at.
Brighton.
Yeah.
But then he didn't play for a year.
Yeah.
Injury and that.
Yeah, I don't
Something like
wanna
allegedly.
debate why.
Yeah.
He was allegedly injured.
Allegedly, yeah. Look at Ollie Skip. He's always. I don't know how he's a
There's
professional
a
footballer.
touch of you to the old Ollie Skips.
What, in terms of Premier League standard footballing ability?
Yeah, that.
Yeah.
But
I'll take that.
I just saw. Funny you pointed at him because I looked at him in the back and I just thought I'm not saying it, but there's a touch.
footballer, though,
Of,
isn't he? Ollie Skip. You bring him on for 5 minutes. He's just happy to sit there on.
do you know
contract.
Harry Winks just won silverware?
Yeah.
You know that
Yeah.
list of
Do you
players that
count that?
played
Do you
for
count
Tottenham?
that?
I think so because
By the way,
If Chelsea got relegated
if
and
you
won
do
the
count that, you have to
championship,
include
is
that in
trophy?
Newcastle's haul, which we said they haven't.
It's
won.
not. It's not though. You don't then.
no,
It's not.
you don't.
Championship trophy is not a trophy.
Yeah, fair.
No, I agree.
I'm sorry, it's not.
No,
'Cause
it's
City never
not.
counted it and stuff like that.
No, it's not a proper trophy, but it's definitely a trophy to talk to Tottenham fans about.
Yeah.
You know, when we say players that have left
someone's
Tottenham,
won something.
players that have left Tottenham
Won a
have gone
league.
on to win something since Tottenham last won something. Yeah,
Spurs are pressing Liverpool really well.
of course they are, because that's what. In a second now, Liverpoul break, and there'll be nobody. There'll be no. Watch. There'll be nobody in the Tottenham half.
They've tried it instantly.
Go on, Mohamed.
You surprised to see Mohamed Salah back in the team?
No.
Even after
That's
the
the
little.
play. Also, they're on about it potentially being his last. This wouldn't be his last home game, would it?
I think it's his last. This is the last home game for Liverpool. I think.
Right.
No, it can't be.
I think it is. Isn't it?
Can
Too
be.
early.
No, it's not. It's
Why
only
was
two
Scott getting
games.
emotional in the VT?
I
Then?
think it is. Oh no, they got Wolves.
Oh,
Penultimate
sorry,
game.
Wolves. Yeah.
Penultimate game.
Why was he getting emotional in the thing then?
Because he thought they were going to win the league,
Penultimate.
innit? And they didn't. They.
Yeah, Liverpool smash these easy.
But you know what? Liverpool haven't been the
Bad
Liverpool
James
of.
Madison drops, isn't it?
You think it's a drop in? Yeah.
Oh yeah. I don't think he
But he
gets
didn't have
anywhere
much of
near-
an
doesn't get
impact.
anywhere near the
It's
team.
his work rate.
It's since he got that funny mullet. That's what the problem is. You know, he's the problem. Right, come on, Liverpool.
Do you want Spurs to win any?
No, I said come on,
Doesn't
Liverpool.
make a difference for City, does it? Liverpool are out of it, basically, aren't they?
No, I
I'm just
want.
wondering if there's any
I don't want
repercussions for
Tottenham. I
City.
don't want Tottenham to make it into the Champions League spots.
Yeah.
And Villa got beat earlier, so it's important that,
Yeah.
like, if Villa lose and Tottenham lose, that's a good day at the office for Villa
Yeah.
because it's one game
Yeah,
off and
yeah,
everything's the same. Yeah.
Also, I think Villa need another point really to just wrap it up in it. Oh.
Yeah. The problem is, while what could happen is Tottenham win this, Villa have dropped points, suddenly puts the pressure on Villa, and I think we've seen in various moments for Villa that they can capitulate when it most matters.
Yeah.
That can't.
That's what's so annoying. Now he's kind of stepped on the back of Robertson, but caught his foot. Yeah, it looks just like an innocuous one. Basuma down at the moment,
He's up. He's all right.
but he's back up.
Everything all right there on the old blower, on the old
People
dog and
put in
bone.
some funny diseases they were talking about.
What that they would want.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Like
I'm not going to read some of them out.
Apparently, chlamydia is symptomless.
Yeah.
Had that before, ain't you? Surely you have.
You've
to.
had that. You've probably
What
got
are
the clap
you on
now.
about?
We make it clap.
Oh, Jesus. Lads, make sure you like the stream as well, for God's sake.
How many likes
to do that, do we?
No,
You have
to do it. See if you can double
Like the
it now.
stream.
How many have we got?
Like the stream
We got
somewhere here.
220.
Okay, you've got to make it 440.
440.
Single on Buvey.
Right now.
440. Come on.
440, the button is right there if you're on desktop. If you're on iPhone, it's slightly wider. It's about there. Okay.
Look at the armpit hair on the man. Wow.
What do you think I shave? I don't shave my armpits.
No.
I'll shave my armpits to get 1,000 likes today. 1,000 likes.
Why does anyone want you to do that? Nobody's going to like the stream if you just...
They want you... The last time you did this, you said you get your top off.
And then you
did
lied about it.
I didn't lie.
You did. You
It
haven't
was
taken
a
your top
target
off.
that we never hit.
Wait,
If we hit a target, I'll do
there's
it.
still a single on you. We haven't got
440,
anywhere
please.
near the 440.
440, please, lads.
No.
Lads and ladies, where are we at? 356.
So you need
Get us
another
to 440, please. You'd make my day. Okay, the sun's out. It's a
Buvey, you have
beautiful
to
time
sing.
of year.
You have to sing for the people.
I'm not singing. I
Sing.
got no technical
Rap.
singing ability.
Rap then.
No, I've got nothing in the locker.
Just rap.
You rap.
Oh, rap.
Do
you
some
rap.
garage from
No,
1996.
you rap now and you'll get it to the 400.
No, let's get into
Liverpool
440s,
on the
lads,
attack.
please.
Yes!
Can we cut to
Oh,
white?
he's in the
Salah's hit the
bar!
bar.
Yeah, well.
Oh, what a shame.
He's hit the bar with a cross, but he's hit the bar
No,
nonetheless.
was it a cross?
Yeah.
That's a lovely
Liverpool
ball.
again.
Hack
Lovely
pocket.
ball.
Salah. Great clearance by...
Get under it now. Make it awkward.
I think it was Van der Ven.
Oh,
Trent knocks it back
what a
in.
shame.
He's
Have we hit the
dating,
440?
He's dating Jude
I
Law's
saw that.
daughter.
Iris, yeah.
Who's that?
Trent Alexander-Arnold's dating Iris Law.
Oh.
Jude Law. Who's he again?
Jude Law, talented Mr. Ripley.
You know who Jude
Yes.
Law is.
No, I know, but I'm just trying to...
Talented Mr. Ripley,
seen him
probably his
about in a
finest
long
work.
time. Yeah, I
Alfie
really
did,
remember Jude Law.
did a very bad
Prime
version.
Jude Law was about 2002, so it's been
Yeah,
a
long
No, he blew
span of
it.
years.
He blew it. He blew it because he kept shagging. He's like you. He just loves shagging. No, he is. He's Jude Law. You are the Jude Law of YouTube.
I'll take that. I'll take that
You
on some
are
level. I'll take that.
That's such a good compliment
Yeah.
to Buvey. What
No,
are
but
you
it's
doing?
true.
Jude Law.
Yeah.
Jude Law would.
That's
Jude,
the best thing you've ever said to me.
That
Jude
is,
Law,
yeah.
no, but you know how Jude Law was obsessed with shagging. Do you remember he cheated on Sienna Miller
Yeah,
Did he?
Sienna
with
Miller,
the
world
house
class,
nanny?
by the way.
With the nanny.
Wow.
Sienna
He had a
Miller.
baby with the
Sienna
nanny.
Miller.
Class.
He had a baby with the nanny when he was
Sienna
with
Miller
Sienna
in
Miller.
layer cake.
Oh.
Yeah. That was the Jude Law era. Go on, Mohammed. Oh, go on, son. Oh,
Liverpool.
fuck it.
2 off the line. Salah had one save, then Harvey Elliott, I think it was.
They're all over these.
Yeah, of course. And Ange Postecoglou standing there in the dugout now.
That was
going,
heartbreaking
we
about
play,
layer cake,
We
wasn't it?
play straight to our strengths. You know, we play our way. You're getting battered, mate. They're cutting you open. You're going to change it? You're going to make any tactical tweaks? Nah, mate. We play our own way. That's a shame,
good little
Harvey.
block.
Romero's done well there.
Yeah, good block.
Because it's a good hit by Elliott. Kept it down.
Yeah, good hit.
Panic.
Yeah,
Panic.
Van der Ven, something's happened since he's come back from injury. The way he got rolled by Isaac
Yeah,
in
it's
the
spun on
Newcastle
his head,
game
isn't
was
it?
embarrassing.
Yeah, he's
He
breaking.
was like a Beyblade.
Yeah.
Spinning all over the
Oh,
place.
that's such a shame. Salah on the bar. I think you're right, though, Adam.
Good
It
little
wasn't a
ball.
shot. Hits the cross. I think he's mishit.
Miss it, yeah.
Ooh.
Anyway,
It was
Liverpool asking
dipping
all the
though,
questions. Although Tottenham on the attack here. Kulu. That's what they call him. And it comes to nothing. But yeah, Jude Law, honestly, he blew it. Jude Law should be our version of Harrison Ford. He had all of the opportunity. He was in Dominic Mingela's film. Like, he was the man.
Yeah, loads of film. Yeah,
and then because he loves sexualizing so much, it all went wrong for him.
he lost opportunities
Lost so many opportunities.
because
burnt
of
bridges.
the PR was bad.
Yeah, but
Is that it? Right.
he just became a bit of a dog on the scene.
Right.
Mate, Sienna Miller at home and he impregnates the nanny.
Oh, man.
So
That must be the biggest fumble in the history of relationships ever in humanity. Sienna Miller.
Gerard Piqué, Shakira.
Well, he's already
Sienna Miller
got
for me.
kids with her in it, so it's locked in a bit.
No, but they had kids.
Yeah, they got kids.
No, but Sienna Miller and Jude Law had kids.
Oh, have they?
Did they?
Isn't Iris Law?
No, that was Sadie Frost.
Oh, right.
That was Sadie Frost.
I
That was
in
when
London
that
City
was when they
Airport
were
with Sienna
part.
Miller one day.
That was when they were part of the
What?
Primrose Hill set.
I was in the
Sienna
airport
Miller.
with Sienna Miller once ago. By Beefer.
With
Like in the airport lobby with her,
So
waiting for our plane.
Would she say I was there
At
with
the-
Buvey?
you were in the airport.
she remember
at
this
the
as well?
same time.
You never know. I might have fumbled her as well.
Oh,
Yeah, but you don't know enough. You don't know. Sometimes you just don't know. Fondled. But
what year
cake,
would this have been in?
that was 20.
Yeah. Are you the reason that they split up and Jude Law's career went west?
Yeah, going to Ibiza. Madness. The
Madness.
White Isle. Oh, no, don't type that out, man. Fuck. Okay, sorry, lads. We've got to stick to football.
Liverpool have committed a foul here. Another free kick for
We've got to
Spurs.
gain them back, lads. We've got to gain them all back.
You
With
do it.
some
You brought him
unrivaled
up.
football chat. Here we go. Great movement from Sarr, I think it is. Endo gets bullied, and it's a Spurs free kick, surely.
Taken quickly. Here we go.
Taken
Tottenham on
quickly.
the attack. Do you think Tottenham now feel an added sense of invigoration because of the Villa game?
Well, the last chance to lose now, isn't it?
Oi!
But it's a difficult one for them because you've got
Yeah,
to go to
Yeah,
Anfield
leave it
to
so
make
late.
it.
And then Man
count.
City come in next week.
But that's what Arsenal want, is them to have that little sniff
Yeah.
of top four.
Yeah, yeah.
A little bit of blood in the water of Villa, because Arsenal want these lot to go into that game
do you know
against
what?
City looking to win.
Can I
Yeah, yeah.
ask our viewers something? Jack, go single. I need to get opinions. I need to canvass opinions. Can you help me out, please? The loyal viewers of the club. I need your opinions on this. Please comment right now. Arsenal are potentially going to win the league. Tottenham are desperate for Arsenal to not win the league. Tottenham are playing Man City. If you were a Tottenham fan, or if you are a Tottenham fan, do you want your team to be losing that game? In my opinion, if I were a Tottenham fan, a Tottenham season ticket holder going to that game, I would be doing the Poznan in the home end. I would be desperate for my team to get beat. I would go there wanting my team to lose 5-0. A lot of people see that as being like a weird way to approach football, and wanting your own team to lose is unacceptable. Jack, will you monitor what people are saying in the chat, please? I'm really interested
Well,
to
I've got a few
know
already.
if people think
Tom
it's
says
okay.
yes, lose to City. Hassel says yes. FS Snip says we match fix. Jadani says we lose to City. You play for the win and pray for the loss, says Kieran.
Right.
I mean, yeah, Spurs could play for the win and still lose.
Yeah, they could. No, but I think, look, I don't think that when I talk about this, right, I'm obviously not suggesting match fixing or anything like that. I don't think the Tottenham players will care. I think the Tottenham players will be going for it totally professionally. I'm just saying that if you sit in the shelf at Tottenham, you are going to be doing the Poznan.
Yeah, you don't want...
You are going to be doing the
Yeah.
Poznan. But some people think that that kind of mentality is totally unacceptable. You want your team to win. And it's a complete disgrace to support your team wanting them to get beat. Yes, yes, yes.
Liverpool in.
Oh,
they
Salah's
missed
hit
the
the
post.
post. He was offside, though.
Was it?
But it looked like it hit the post, and I'm sure that was going to go in.
No, he's offside.
Offside.
That's a shame.
A
Mohamed
matter of
Salah.
time before he scores. 13 minutes
Surely.
in.
I think
Who
there's
was
a flick
offside?
on there. There's a flick on.
Balling.
now.
No, he's just
Oh, that-
miles.
He was on
Miles.
until the flick on.
Yeah. Oh, he hit the
How
post.
did he miss that?
Very unlucky, though.
It's because he got it through the keeper, and you normally expect once to get it through the
13 minutes into the game. Has anyone seen Heung-min Son? Nobody acknowledges it. Terrible
But
season.
he's another. I think he's past his prime. He's in his 30s now, and you think Spurs are going to have to replace him?
But at the beginning of this
Who
season,
did they
at
sign?
the beginning of
Nottingham
this
Forest,
season,
Brennan
Oh.
Johnson, Everton's
Papa Sarr done
Richarlison.
really well there, winning the ball off Endo.
he's going to score now, isn't he?
Kulusevski out wide.
Jack, any good comments about wanting your team to lose? Will you get them on screen? I do like this debate. I think it's an interesting one. Oh,
Maybe a
Wow.
poll would be good.
Oh,
Take
yeah,
your
Paul would be great.
want your team to lose to stop your rivals.
Is it
winning the
acceptable to want your team to lose?
I think it's pretty obvious, isn't it?
No, I
it's
think you'll be
99%.
surprised. I think you'll be surprised. A lot of people that I've spoken to will say no.
Because the North London derby is obviously more intense on some level than Man City, Man United, because the standard of City has been poor in different
Yeah.
divisions. I think 99.9% of City fans would want to lose 10-0 to Spurs if it meant
To stop
Spurs
Man
win
United
the
win the
league
league.
instead of Man United win the league. I think 99% of City
What
fans
about
say
to
it
give?
easily.
What about to give a softer rival? Like obviously you don't care about Tottenham, but what about
if it was Liverpool versus
yeah,
Man United to win the
Liverpool,
league? City would want
Liverpool.
Liverpool to smash us 10-0 at Anfield.
Yeah. I agree.
100%.
And they'd be cheering the goals going in as well.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't know if I'd go quite that far.
No, they would.
I don't know if I'd go quite that far.
I think
Like
after
Spurs
the
at
third
I
and
don't
Old
fourth,
Trafford, 99.
I don't think I could ever cheer a goal going in against Chelsea, but I think I could have a wry
If
smile.
Arsenal and Spurs fans want to kind of glimpse into this, go and watch the final day from the 99 season where you kind of had this play out. Spurs against Man United.
Yeah,
Arsenal were playing, praying that Spurs
Arsenal
get a win.
playing and
Spurs go
yeah.
1-0 up. I think Arsenal had Villa.
Villa. Yeah,
Oh, Liverpool
it's got to
in.
be.
It's the
Salah.
same chance again.
same chance.
It's
Yeah,
the
the
same
ball over the
chance
top.
again.
And okay. Can we talk about Postecoglou now? Is it offside?
It's the same chance
Okay,
again. and
so
again.
think he's on.
so Ange
1-0 to
Postecoglou,
Liverpool.
has seen it once,
Yeah.
had a warning sign. Has he fixed it? Has he tweaked it? Has he changed something? Or is he allowed the exact same situation
What
to
is that
materialise?
tweak then, in your opinion?
Bruv,
No, I'm just
I'm
asking.
not-
I'm just asking.
okay.
On a footballing level of who is available right now for Spurs, how do they stop that ball coming over?
what
the
about
top?
playing they all
Slightly
play
higher up.
6 yards deeper, so that there isn't the ball over the top all the time.
Yeah.
They're all deeper. Like this high line doesn't work.
Well, you got to close those passes down as well.
Yeah.
They've had, I'm not sure who played that ball, but there've been a number of times from a similar position where
It's been
they're constantly
coming, the goal,
getting those
hasn't it?
crosses in.
You've got that Harvey Elliott.
Someone go and do
Harvey
something.
Elliott off the line.
Look.
Mohamed Salah hits the post. Mohamed Salah hits the bar. Finally, the ball's in the back of the net. You know, it's been coming.
Look at this. Hackpole cuts in.
He might
Miles onside.
Nah, Salah's miles
onside.
It was your man in the middle who was off, Diaz.
Miles.
Porro doesn't
onside.
get close enough.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's on his shoulder as well.
too easy, and it goes straight
Too
through the
soft.
keeper
And
near
the
post.
keeper near
You got
post. He's been
Benson and
poor.
Hedges there not doing anything.
Yeah. Look, he's completely
Yeah, but the
unmarked.
keeper's got to
Yeah,
save
keeper,
that.
Where's the
near
left back?
post.
Where's
The
the left
Keeper's
back?
got to save that. He's too worried about it being
Poor.
offside.
Yeah, near post keeper.
You know what, yeah? I don't want
I'm right.
Liverpool
You don't
can't
want-
win the league
You
now,
don't want
can
to
they?
admit it that I'm right, do you?
Liverpool can't win the league now, can they?
No,
I want Liverpool to batter these like 10-0.
so do I. So do I. Also, it makes it a great day for Aston Villa. Aston Villa go down to Brighton. They get beat 1-0. Last 5 minutes, the penalty, the rebound scored. Suddenly, they've had a brilliant day at the office.
Yeah.
It's a great day for them.
Yeah.
One more game out of the way,
Yeah.
and the gap's the same.
I think most people can say Spurs. I know it sounds ridiculous. Spurs don't deserve to be in the Champions League next season.
We got a
don't.
super chat from Nino, who's kind of talking on the chat and the topic. He says, as a West Ham fan, I want us to lose against City. Not that we'd win if we tried, because the thought of Rice leaving to win trophies and winning nothing is funny.
Love that. Love that
I wonder if-
pettiness.
I wonder
Nino, El Nino.
Were there
Love
any
the
Spurs fans
pettiness.
like that? Sorry to cut you off.
Yeah. I think
About Kane.
I think they love Kane. I do think like some of them are
Flav's not like that.
some of them are a bit sneery. No, Flav's not
Flav's
like
sneery,
that.
but-
Flav's sneery. But I do think a lot of Tottenham fans love Kane. I love that attitude from Nino. It's so petty, it's so pathetic, and it's so perfect for football. It's totally how I believe the game should be as well. You know, that sneeriness and pettiness.
Football culture through and through.
Yeah. No, it's ridiculous. Declan Rice was great for us, but I don't want him to succeed anywhere else.
Why rugby's rubbish? Because they all sit together in the stands and all that, and tennis is different,
Yeah.
and it's a solo sport. But football's built on hatred.
You know,
I love it.
Yeah, I agree. I
Some
think you're
people
right.
saying in
Football
the
is built
comments,
on
BM says being that petty is pathetic.
Yeah.
I don't agree.
No, I am that petty.
You don't have to like football that much. That's fine. Not everyone has to love football 100%. Like you know, I think all three of us do.
Also, I think
If you do, you want your
I love
rivals
United
to
more than I
fucking
love
suffer.
football. So I want my rivals to suffer.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean?
Yeah,
Of course.
Also, like what you just said there, you know how you just said rivalry and football being built upon hatred? I think there's something in that. Like every football team, their fans will sing about hating another football team every single week.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't matter who it is. Leeds fans will be singing about Chelsea and shooting the Chelsea scum. Chelsea fans will be singing about Leeds, how much we hate Leeds and Leeds and Leeds, Leeds and Leeds, right? Everyone hates everyone. So we sing songs about Willian hating Tottenham.
You know,
And then-
where
and
we
then-
go, we
and
hate
then-
Liverpool,
and
the
then
Man City,
you hate-
the Leeds.
And yeah, right. Everyone hates everyone. Songs about we all hate whoever. And then I'll say something here and I'll go, I really hate whoever. And people will go, ooh.
Yeah.
Football is hatred. Football is schadenfreude. Football is petty.
Until this, is what's beautiful when maybe a legend passes away or
Yeah.
something massively unfortunate happens, and then everyone is quiet
Yeah,
for a minute, and then that's when
exactly.
it's really special.
Yeah. No, because it ends as soon as the game ends.
Yeah.
It ends as soon as the game ends. Like when
Exactly.
when Jamie Carragher was captaining Liverpool and Chelsea and Liverpool were massive rivals, I had only antipathy towards Jamie Carragher. Now Jamie Carragher is somebody who I hold in hugely high regard and I love listening to.
Yeah, how he talks
Like
about
it's,
the game.
yeah, Gary Neville. When Gary Neville was like running down the wing at Stamford Bridge.
So,
for Manchester-
remember Gary Neville and Phil Neville in the tunnel at Goodison Park?
yeah, they didn't talk to each other.
Gary Neville never chatted to him, bro.
That's how it should
You're
be.
up now.
Same as Schmeichel.
That's why kind of I know most of these football's a small world once you're at that level, right? And most of these people are friends, whether they play for rivals or not. But don't act like it before a match.
Yeah, I agree.
Like I want you to hate each other for that minute. You remember why the golden generation was so bad? It's because they couldn't stand each other. I love that shit.
Yeah, so do I. It's what I find really annoying. You know when Chelsea are playing Tottenham the other night, and Mauricio Pochettino's like best mates with all the Tottenham players, but best mates with Postecoglou before the game. You think, could you just do this in Sexy Fish tonight rather than in the dugout now for me to witness? It's a fantastic pass.
Oh yeah,
just a bit over
Slightly
here.
over. Yeah, but the golden generation thing's interesting. I think Sven definitely should have had a bit more power and tried to break up certainly some of the Man United
the
issues.
cliques?
Because there's that thing that Gary Neville took them out of lunch early. So when players were coming in, the Man United players coming in from training, the Man United players had already eaten lunch and fucked off to do their own
Yeah, that
personal
shouldn't have
training.
been allowed.
That was crazy.
Yeah,
And that has to be top down. That has to be a managerial thing. And Sven was too lax in so many areas.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
And it's a shame because ultimately it's all
But then
it's all
those
a
guys
laugh.
come from that old school. I'm not saying it's right.
Where they would be professional on the pitch anyway.
Andy Cole and Teddy Sheringham never chat to each other for years, but we'll still be teammates on the pitch.
Do they chat now? Oh, he's in.
No.
It's still.
It came from when, because Andy Cole made his debut for England.
Didn't
Teddy
high
Sheringham
five him
never
or something.
shook his hand around.
Didn't high five him. Can you imagine falling out with somebody as seriously as that? He didn't high five me. Like, are you 8?
But I think it's a bit like there would have been something else to it. You know, the look or something. It wouldn't just be he forgot to give me a high five.
Did I tell you an amazing Teddy Sheringham story, my mate?
Go on. I think but go on.
Have I told you about this? My mate, he's got a 5-year-old, right? He goes to pick up his kids from school, and Teddy Sheringham is standing at the school gates, waiting for. It's amazing. Teddy Sheringham, right? He like the ladies, like a bit of a boy. Teddy Sheringham is standing at the school gates, waiting for his granddaughter, and in the same year, his grandson. No, his son. So his son, and his granddaughter are in the same year.
Teddy Sheringham laid pipe like the Super Mario Brothers.
Well, do you remember with Danielle Lloyd? Do you remember like Danielle Lloyd? He was the the judge of Miss Liverpool.
Yeah.
So Miss Liverpool as a contest was being held, and they asked Teddy Sheringham to be the judge. So he's on the panel and he goes, "I think you win." Gives her the award. She wins. They had to disqualify her because he was found in bed with her the next day. It was Danielle Lloyd.
Oh my God, that's crazy.
Yeah. He was
Teddy Sheringham. What an underrated player.
Amazing.
Oldest goal scorer in Premier League history, isn't he?
Amazing.
For West Ham
Probably,
United.
Yeah,
probably.
he played there at 40, didn't he?
He was at Colchester at like
Him,
41,
Cardiff
2
City,
as well, isn't he?
wanna say?
Him, not that I remember Cardiff.
Is that right?
I think Colchester, not Cardiff. Definitely West Ham.
He managed at Stevenage, right?
Yeah, he managed Stevenage. Definitely West Ham late. Because Les Ferdinand was doing a similar thing at the same time, wasn't he? Les Ferdinand was playing for Bolton late and West Ham late.
Yeah, he ended up at Colchester.
Yeah.
4 goals in 20 games in the Championship.
It was Robbie Fowler at Cardiff City.
Yeah, Robbie Fowler's at Cardiff.
Teddy. He came to Man United and he won it all.
Yeah. In the second year. The first year, we used to sing that and he won fuck all. Because he went there the first year, they didn't win a thing, did
Look
they?
at that. Like, so you think of him scoring that goal at the new camp when Man United win the treble. And then he breaks that record, the oldest goal scorer in the Premier League in 06-07.
Yeah,
After
years
United
later,
scored their, remember when we waited like 3 or 4 years to get another league title?
Yeah.
And it was, so it's kind of mad, like,
Yeah.
crazy, man.
He should be mentioned.
Great
Again, he's
player.
another example of players that aren't mentioned. You know when we talk about Premier League greats?
We never say when we've done top 10s before.
We never say Sheringham. We should.
But you know, like,
We
it's
should.
a
It's
bit, you know, like when
I can't believe that Vardy gets mentioned over players like Sheringham. Like, Vardy's good. I like Vardy.
I think the narrative is slightly better. You can have an argument for a
Teddy
one-season
Sheringham was
narrative.
10 times a player Vardy.
Yeah, but the narrative for Vardy
you know the
is that as
intelligence
well.
of Sheringham as well. Like he was one of the few at that point. Not everyone was doing it. That would drop into that 10 role.
Mate, the amount of...
Flick on.
Yeah. Mate, the goals that he would score from the same corner routine. Darren Anderton take a corner and he comes short and ping it in straight away. Yeah, an amazing player. Really was. Such a career as well. So long. Like, it was at Millwall, wasn't it?
Forest. United, 99,
Played at
scored like
Forest.
4 goals.
Played at Forest with Roy Keane.
Well, like, let me just double check. I swear 99 he scored like 4 goals.
Yeah, but
What, in all
including the most
5
important,
goals.
including the most important goal.
He was
in
never
history.
prolific, was he? That's his issue in debates like
He was quite prolific. Him and Klinsmann.
I bet he's a 1 in...
So his Spurs record
Him and
is 1 in
Klinsmann. Him and
5.
Klinsmann. Well, him and,
I'd gamble he's 1 in 5.
but that
Spurs
season with
record is 1 in
Klinsmann,
2.
loads.
But prolific in his whole career.
Spurs record's 1 in 2. His Millwall is 111 in 260.
Oof.
It's 1 in 2.
Oof.
So 1 in 2, 1 in 2.
Then at Forest it was 23 in 60.
It's 1 in 3.
Yeah. He's young at Forest.
Spurs it was 197 appearance and 98 goals, so 1 in 2.
1 in 2. He's a 1 in 2 man.
United it was 1 in 3, 153.
Although he's
46.
playing a lot less, wasn't he?
What about West Ham?
That was his old man then. He wouldn't be one.
West Ham's actually really impressive because he scored. Combined for West Ham and Portsmouth his latter years, he scored 30 goals in 87 games.
1
Which
in
on the
3.
face of it doesn't
So he's 1 in
seem
3.
great, but
Yeah, but they're for teams that aren't as good as well. Yeah, for teams that aren't as good.
He was
Yeah.
so old.
Amazing.
God, he was 40 and doing it. I can barely jog up and down.
Yeah, he was fitter than you though.
mate,
Well, that's the point, Roy.
He's probably still got a
Thanks for
six-pack
walking
in
into
his
that
day.
one, mate. Fucking hell,
Probably
you,
still got a six
you
pack
broke
to
that
this
down,
day.
mate, didn't you? Fucking so
That's what
intelligent.
you
boy.
get with me.
Yeah, well, he's fitter than
You
you,
know-
mate. Professional, one of the great strikers of a generation. He's fitter than you, mate. Training his whole life for sport. And I sit in these dodgy chairs with my back.
But why
broke.
are you? You're the one comparing yourself.
Huh?
You're the one comparing yourself.
I'm saying
to a
he's
professional
40,
athlete.
I'm 28, and I've got a dodgy knee still in my meniscus.
Because
What about
if
Sir Jim Ratcliffe?
what
What's the
about your
excuse for that
ACR? What about your
He's a
ACR?
charlatan.
Yeah.
He's a charlatan.
ACR.
ACL.
ACL.
My meniscus.
Yeah. It's ACL.
Yeah, you're smiling. Your boy Jim Ratcliffe's a charlatan, man. He's trying to get the taxpayers in a cost of living
Mate,
crisis to build your
Why
shitty
did he
new
batter
stadium.
you? Why did he
beat him in
batter
the
you
London
in a
Marathon,
Why
man.
did he batter you in a marathon?
Huh?
Yeah,
I
why
never
did
met
he
him in the
batter you?
marathon. I didn't do this one.
Why did he do the marathon 3 times as fast
I
as you?
don't know. Look, you talk a lot about the marathon.
Half
I've
your
never
time.
seen your time, Rory.
You have. I've
You've
sent
seen
you the
mine? I've never-
certificate.
When?
I've sent you the
Where?
certificate. I sent it to you as an inspiration.
Sophie
when we
Rose
did
walked around.
350.
Inspiration.
Sophie
As
Rose.
inspiration. Inspiration, yeah. I've
As an
sat there the night
inspiration.
before crying my
Well,
eyes out. Rory's an inspiration, mate.
You should have probably. Then you would have finished it in like less than 7.5 hours.
5 hours 50.
Sophie
Sophie
no,
Rose
you didn't
walked
do it
around.
5 hours 50.
It was
You were
5
definitely
minutes.
8 hours.
No, it was five, it was five.
Sophie Rose walked it faster than you.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's a fantastic Chelsea fan from CFC Fan TV or whatever it's called. She's fantastic. Yeah, she's fantastic.
And she did the
What,
marathon.
she's on CFC Fan TV with Rory and Lewis.
She did the marathon 3 times as fast as you.
Can you shut up?
And she didn't run once.
She didn't run once. She literally just walks around.
Why don't you do
Her
a
trainers
marathon?
look brand new
Why
now.
don't you do a marathon? Go on then.
I bet you if
why
I did
don't
I
you
bet if I
do
did
one?
it.
Wouldn't he?
If I did it, it'd be
do
quicker
one?
than 6 hours.
Yeah,
If I did it
If I
now,
did it, it'd be
I'd take
quicker
it
than 6
serious.
hours.
I'd take it now.
You
I'd take
took
it
it
serious.
seriously
quicker
then.
than 6
I
hours.
did 7 weeks of train.
You were banging on about not drinking all the
Oh, lad,
time. And
if we keep this going, we're going to get a passive-aggressive text from Jack saying
Yeah.
we've lost 400 followers.
I need my drink.
All right.
Nah,
lads.
people enjoy when we rip you.
Let's just talk about football pure and simple. Pure and simple, nothing else.
Shall I grab it?
Spurs have been decent since the goal.
No, they
Yeah,
haven't.
they've had
No,
a
they
few
haven't.
attack-
No,
a few
if
attack-
you're going to try and change the subject,
At
it has
least
to be at
talk
least
sense.
accurate. Yeah.
They've stopped the tide so far, but they have to be careful. They have to get to the half time, 45 minutes. That's a Purdy's.
Yeah, boy.
Very nice.
Very nice. Raspberry and rose with essential minerales.
So it's the Teddy Birmingham.
It's meant to be
Very
a serious
clever.
football show.
Very clever. Do you get it?
Defo Nut
like a
Jack
pun.
has asked,
Yeah.
how quick did Buvey run in the marathon?
I said it's 5:50. It's
No, it wasn't.
5:55.
It was 6. It was 6:55. It's 7 hours. It wasn't. He's making it way quicker.
Can I say the stat I found out about Ipswich Town yesterday? Do you want to hear this?
Go ahead.
Last season, Forest Green Rovers and Ipswich Town were in the same league playing each other. The next season, Ipswich Town are in the Premier League and Forest Green are non-league. How mad's that?
One goes up and one goes
How mad's that?
I'm
There's
glad.
a lot.
I don't like Forest Green.
Nice.
No, I'd,
Is Forest Green the ones who had Duncan Ferguson?
and
Yeah,
Troy.
for a couple of days.
Troy Deeney.
And Troy Deeney was there, and he just called out all the players. He's
Sacked
like, they're
off
all
all the
crap.
refs.
They're all crap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then apologise after.
Yeah.
And one of those players was the guy that missed for Coventry in the playoff final. I just thought I'd throw that in.
Where is Forest Green?
It's in Gloucester.
Oh, is it that way?
Yeah, it's in
I thought
Gloucester.
it was like
Didn't know.
Near
outskirts of London.
Stroud.
Nah.
Not
That's
in
Forest
London. I
Gate.
thought it was like
Forest
it's
Gate,
in,
South London.
it's in Gloucestershire.
Is it? Oh, is it West Country?
I've been there. Yeah, I have
Do you have
been
a
there.
sort? Do you have a?
I don't know. I have a soft spot for Plymouth who stayed up. I'm glad that Plymouth and obviously Pie Face.
no.
I saw Pieface
I
on the
wanted
pitch.
Plymouth down.
You see
Over
Pie Face on the
Birmingham
pitch?
City, I would.
I'd
Yeah.
rather Blues stayed up.
Obviously, I
It's
get
just
that.
better for the city, innit?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. But I like Plymouth, what they did. And they were fantastic. Start of the season, they were fantastic. Their
Also,
manager.
Do you know
got
Plymouth? You know how they
taken
could
to
have gone
Stoke.
down? You know, at no point in the whole season were Plymouth ever in the relegation
No,
zone.
no.
So, like, you think
just
they
dropped.
don't really deserve
But
to go down.
they lost their manager to a bigger club, and it was a bit unfortunate.
Trent fizzes one into the box and Van der Ven clears. Liverpool here just lining up crosses after crosses after crosses
What?
into the box.
What?
What are you on about?
What's he on
No,
about?
you just looked at me. I said unfortunate. I finished the sentence, and then you looked at me. What's wrong with Plymouth staying in the league?
What have you? What?
You keep staring at me.
Mate, you've got some sort of complex.
What's wrong?
Oh, what a touch by Harvey Elliott!
I'm literally just sitting here. Why are you starting trouble with
No,
me
but
for?
you turned your neck like that. What? I thought I said something wrong.
No, but that,
Oh, you're just looking
you're
around.
Just after, I'm just sitting here minding my own business. I literally just looked around like that. What?
You did like a turn like that, as if I said something wrong.
No, you've got.
Oh, I thought I made
you've
a
got
mistake.
you've got some sort of.
Rory does that sometimes. You'll
He
be
does that,
talking
yeah,
and
and
he'll
he'll-
just be
he'll do a
staring
look,
at you
yeah.
laughing.
Yeah.
And you're like, have I done something
Yeah,
wrong?
exactly,
Is he just
exactly. Yeah,
laughing?
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
what's going on here?
That's what I thought. I thought I'd said something. I thought I'd like misspoken, basically, about Plymouth Argyle.
I have no strong feelings about Plymouth Argyle one way or the other.
Birmingham City got relegated instead.
I'm a bit upset
Shame,
about
man.
that.
It's a shame. Because a long way back from League One, you know.
God,
not
look at
kidding.
Portsmouth. They were down there 4 or 5 years.
Useless.
Maybe a bit
No,
less.
it was Eustace the sacked. They shouldn't have sacked him.
That's so bad, isn't
That's
it?
bad, that.
So
isn't it?
bad.
That's poor, that, isn't it?
The owner, what a loser. What a loser. I mean, he's a billionaire. But
Spurs have had 3 touches in Liverpool's box.
God, they're so rubbish, aren't they? And at no point will people, I guarantee it.
Also, if you're going to play open, the idea is we have an attack, you have an attack, we have an attack.
You don't just play open at the back and really tight up front.
Yeah.
Not looking good.
You're meant to cause them a few problems as well. Yeah.
We're really open here, but it's all coming one way.
Yeah, like you know when Newcastle were doing it under Keegan, they at least scored a few goals as well.
Yeah.
Postecoglou doesn't seem to get it right. But I swear to you, the only football channel in the entire world that will be saying Ange Postecoglou's getting away with it is us. No publications, no radio stations. Everybody will be acknowledging that Ange Postecoglou's done a really good job, man, and he's coming to this club and he's elevated everything, mate. Nobody else, bar this channel, will be actually flagging that Ange Postecoglou is a fraud and a charlatan and is getting away with murder. Put that in your pipe. And smoke.
I don't know if it's murder.
You went very Taggart there. I don't know if it's murder.
Great show before they replaced him with the other guy.
It's been a murder.
Yeah, they've had a few Taggarts, haven't they? And they got rid of the guy from Midsummer Murders.
Lads, this is
You've got to be like, look, you're bad for this. Can you not?
Football lads. All right.
Tottenham are doing well.
Look, I just don't see what's the big drama about Spurs. They're a top 4 side wannabe. They want to be in the Champions League. They want to sell their the cheese room tickets or whatever. That's where Ange is getting them, slowly but surely.
Some people are having issue with your geography. Say Forest Gate's east. Where did you say it was?
Southeast.
People are annoyed. Literally a footstep from the Berlin.
There we go.
It's not in south.
You see southeast?
I said southeast. Yeah, I've never been there.
People are just arguing.
Forest Gate. Yeah.
Cramper says
Spurs
it's not
attacking.
just flange, it's Levy. Flange. Oh, is that what we're calling him now?
I wouldn't be calling them that for the respectability of the channel.
Me.
I mean, you've blown
done a
that.
lot
You've
worse.
blown that already, yeah.
Done a lot worse.
Saying what?
You've blown that. What, yours? What's your... Look how open this is. Luis Diaz just running the length of the pitch.
Liverpool in Salah.
Oh, what a shit touch from Salah.
Oh.
Shocking touch from
Great
Salah.
play from Luis Diaz.
Michael Eaton says, don't you know, pump it up because Wednesday's staying up.
Don't you know, pump it
They've
up.
done very well. They were shocking first half of the season, weren't they? And they've done very well. They deserve to be in the
I want Sheffield Wednesday to be a
Championship as a
Premier League
club.
So do
team.
I, of course.
But the owner is so poor. The owner is such a bad guy.
Sheffield Wednesday, very close to being... Like Leeds United, the biggest club
What do
in
we
Yorkshire,
think of this
aren't they?
here in the box?
It's a penalty.
That's a penalty.
It's also a dive, isn't it? It's both.
It's dramatic.
It's a foul and a dive.
Will they check it?
That was a
no
pen.
check.
That was a pen.
In
surely.
50% of games, that is a penalty. That's the issue with the Premier League because that is a penalty for a lot of sides. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think that's clearly a penalty.
Oh, he's done really well there, Kulusevski, to get out of that gap.
There
If you
is
can
space.
find him now, send him.
Yeah, on the right was better.
Okay, let's see.
You don't go to
Brennan
Brennan Johnson when
Yeah.
Kulusevski's available, surely.
Let's see some quality from Brennan. Oh
This
my!
geezer is
God.
dirty, bro.
If Trent looks like prime Cafu, prime Philip Lahm against you,
Yeah, they're going
prime
wrong, innit?
Baresi against you, you're having a day off, man. He is shocking, Brennan Johnson, isn't he?
Just hasn't worked, has it? Just really hasn't worked.
I could see it. Why?
He's a squad player, isn't
Yeah,
he?
he's squad at max, but I don't think he's good enough for Spurs.
No, neither do I.
No, he's an Everton written all over him.
Oh, yeah, he does look like an Everton.
He's an Everton guy, isn't he? Sean Dyche. He's done very well, Sean Dyche, by the way. If
Yeah.
you kind of look at where they are now,
I
Well,
think he's
imagine
got
where
a
they'd
real
be
good
without the
chance at
points.
Everton.
Imagine where they'd be without the points deduction.
they'd be close to
the European spots.
Who said that, by the way? Cut to me.
What?
I predicted this when he first came in. Sean Dyche gets Everton Europe. I predicted it.
Okay, but he hasn't.
Hang on.
No,
Hang on.
he will.
All right, yeah. So without
will.
the points deduction, where would they be?
Huh?
Where would
Close up towards the table where Europe is.
Oh, yeah, interesting. Because without the 8 points they got deducted, they would be at this moment in time on 45 points, which would leave them 13th.
Yeah. That's a good platform to build for Europe in the future.
So they'd be about 11, 12 points off.
Yeah, 12 points. 12 points. That's not bad. You're about fucking 40 points off City.
Why are you
Know
so-
what you're
why are you
about?
getting angry?
What
Why
are you
are you
getting on
getting
about, man?
angry?
What are you fucking on about? You're about 40 points off Arsenal and City.
Hang on. Can you? I love it. I love it. How you talk. Cut to me. Right, European spots, huh? About the Euro. No, Booth, they'd be, miles away from it. They'd be 13th in the league. Why are you fucking...
I think they'll get there eventually with Dyche. He'll be there a long time, I think. I could see him staying there 4 or 5 years.
So some people are calling you a charlatan in the comments.
Why?
They've said, Buvey, you're supposed to have a soft spot for Bristol City, not Plymouth, lad. Call yourself a Bristolian. You're a charlatan, mate.
No, I hate Swindon Town. I hate the Gas, and I hate Forest Green. Who else? I don't mind Torquay United because of Gary Johnson.
What about Cheltenham?
And Cheltenham because of Gary Johnson.
Torquay United reminds me of Hell's Bells and Soccer AM.
Torquay reminds me of... What was that hotel show? 40 Towers. 40
Towers. They did a live show that recently, didn't they?
Did they?
This weekend, and he came on stage.
Did I forgot
his name. John Cleese.
John Cleese.
Yeah, can't stand Swindon.
Taylor said,
yes.
Buvey swearing is like my nan trying to use slang.
Yeah, I agree. No, it's true.
What does that mean?
No.
At least read out something pithy.
That makes sense.
It doesn't make us dumber when you read out.
No, that doesn't make us dumber. I enjoyed that comment. Thanks for that comment. I enjoyed it. I think it's a good one. No, it doesn't make us dumb.
My nan speaks. What are you on about?
No, bang on. It's a good comment. It's a good comment. A pathetic from you to react like this.
I was listening to all the clubs I hate in the Southwest, and I was enjoying it. Actually. I don't mind Plymouth. I don't mind Plymouth and Bristol City.
So Sean Dyche into Europe, yeah? You won that one.
Can he get them there in the next couple of years? I think he could, man.
We've got a super chat which says Bromley or Solihull from Foster. They're playing at this moment. They're in extra time in the National League playoff.
Bromley, what was the score?
2-2 at the moment.
Come on, Bromley.
I'm up Solihull. Come on, Solihull.
I'm Bromley.
Bromley is in London. Bromley. Kent.
Kent, yeah. People from South London would have a soft spot for him.
I don't know what Spurs are trying
Ange Postecoglou got a press conference just on loop there.
Oh, we're on the website, aren't we? For One Football.
This game, man, it's a bit boring, isn't it? Need some goals, man. Or need Spurs to try and turn up.
They're just rubbish.
They found little pockets, 1-on-1 against Trent, and you got Brennan Johnson. You think, God.
You know what the annoying thing about that was? Kulusevski was free on the other side.
Yeah, that was the better ball. You can cut in on his left foot and all that. Look at this shit, man. Who was that? Who was that? Was that him again?
It was Brennan Johnson again.
He's championship. How's he starting at Anfield? He's championship, man. He's rubbish. I remember first day of the season against Arsenal, he missed a sitter. He was clear through on goal. I don't even remember that. Tried to chip it over the keeper.
Did Tottenham play Arsenal first?
No, this is Nottingham Forest. He was still playing for Forest at the start of the season. Against Arsenal at the Emirates. And he missed a sitter. I thought this guy's a spanner.
They went through a few times at 0-0.
He's got no technical ability. He's got pace.
They've got a great front line at Forest.
Yeah. Hudson-Odoi, Elanga.
Hudson-Odoi, man. Hudson-Odoi is far better than McKola Mudryk, isn't he?
Oh, the goal he scored. I scored 2, didn't he?
He scored 2.
The first one.
You haven't seen.
What do you make of that? Because there was a period in time he's so highly regarded. Then he was Bayern Munich.
Leverkusen.
Leverkusen. No, it was Munich.
He went through Leverkusen, didn't he?
Yeah,
but he was
Bayern
Munich.
Bayern Munich were ready to spend a fortune. This is quite promising for Tottenham here. Fingers crossed. Comes to nothing. Here we go.
In the box.
Oh,
he's trying to win a penalty, man. He's trying to win a penalty.
Oh. If he moans now, if he doesn't moan, then fair enough.
Break might be on. Go. There we go. Off we go.
If they cut to him moaning,
Alexander-Arnold early.
This is the end for me and Son. I don't like him anymore.
You and Son, are you in some sort of relationship?
I don't mind Son, but if he moans about that foul,
then you hate him forever.
That's it. Yeah. Let's see if he cuts to him.
Great tackle there.
Spurs can't get out. Fucking hell, man, pumping it along.
So Alexis McAllister with that tackle.
Spurs defend like, five-a-side defending. Where everyone's just booting, just get the ball out of there.
Running for the ball,
around
looking
too
at the
fast,
ball.
and you're like, oh my God, we need this game to slow down.
Yeah. No calmness like I bring when I do five.
Yeah, we're gonna go to a soup chat in a minute because we've got a good one to read. But because the Callum Hudson-Odoi thing he's obviously a clearly talented player. He's still very young.
He would start for us. There's so many players. If you look at the players across the league,
Gibbs White would start for you.
That would start. No, that once played for Chelsea. That Chelsea decided to sell.
Right, yeah.
Right. I think there's
Mike Gahey.
Trent
Gahey would definitely get an article like.
Oh,
Gahey is a better player than Benoit Badiashile.
Kovacic.
Yeah, think of the young players though.
Yeah, I'm just thinking of anyone.
Youngsters
youngsters that we've let go.
Tammy
Abraham is as good, at least as good as Nicholas Jackson.
Yeah,
at least as good as Nicholas Jackson. I think that there's probably a place in the team for Billy Gilmore,
Lewis Hall,
Mason Mount,
Maatsen at Dortmund.
Yeah, Maatsen at Dortmund, absolutely. Victor Mori is better than. Well,
you could have had Gahey and Tomori. With Reece James when he's fit. Oh,
yeah. And Lewis Hall left back.
Havertz.
Yeah.
You said he was like striker of the season. You got to defend him more, Adam.
I know, but I'm just trying
He's
to.
he's just winced at your point about Kai Havertz. You were backing up Kai Havertz, saying he's the best player you've ever seen since Cristiano Ronaldo. Whatever.
Is that what I said?
Basically,
when did I say that?
You basically said
you did say that.
He shouldered it against Brentford or whatever.
That sounds about right.
Next to a motorway,
I
the
did once say he was
M25.
better than
Yeah, you said
What is
something
it,
about the M25.
What is it, the M4?
Buvey,
I just heard him banging about the M25.
We got a
Buvey super chat.
I want to know who Buvey's top 3 dinner guests are.
Me? Is it me? Am I?
David Bowie's one of them, of course.
Am I in it?
Maradona for the vibes.
So you got 2 dead bodies in your room. That's cool.
Yeah, but it can be alive or what is it? A living?
Yeah, living.
Hopefully, you're gonna go for dinner.
Boring.
With
Modern celebrities are boring, man. Now I'm sticking to Bowie.
He's waiting for the dice
Maradona,
to go on this stream.
And I want that's hard, man. Maybe Alistair Campbell just for the memories.
The only 2 people that are alive in this room are him and Alistair Campbell.
do you know the oh my God, Tottenham are giving it away in a box. Do you know the problem? Do you know what you were contributing to in society, which I'm really anti?
Trent!
You were responsible for this. The rehabilitation,
the normalisation of Alistair Campbell.
Alistair Campbell,
yeah.
You help
you know,
normalise.
it's a bit of a joke, though.
You're like Ellen DeGeneres to George Bush.
It's a bit of a
You're
joke.
Alistair Campbell's Ellen DeGeneres.
DeGeneres.
Whatever she is.
Say her name.
Forget her anyway. She's an idiot.
Have you seen her doing stand-up in New York? She's like trying to rehabilitate
let's
in
not
front of
try
like
that.
200 people. She had to like restart
She was a comedian from the start.
because of all the allegations about how she treats people. So I think she's lost quite a bit.
Has she had issues?
She's like the James Corden, isn't it?
Yeah, basically.
Is she?
And she's doing stand-ups like 200 people. But I don't know how. Yeah. Madness. What would your guess be?
They'd probably be alive to start with.
Yeah.
But this question is always about alive or dead, isn't it? It's a theoretical.
Okay. Jose Mourinho would definitely be there.
That's a great shout, yeah.
Jose Mourinho would undoubtedly be in this list. I quite like your... I think Ronaldinho would be there for the fun. He'd bring the party vibe.
Yeah, yeah.
Non-football. I would probably go Prince.
Yeah, I thought you were going to say that. Yeah.
That's a good one. Did you see Anthony Gordon's? On the
No.
overlap?
Yeah.
Can you? Okay, I'll give you both 3 guesses. Remember, it's a bit weird. So you've both got 3 names you can guess that's in Anthony Gordon's, and I'll let you know.
Okay, do we have a chance of this though? Like,
I think
is this impossible?
You have a chance.
Is it Liverpool heavy?
One of the
You go,
names has already been
Paul-
mentioned in either of your 2s, and then the 2 names you will get.
Okay, so this sounds really difficult to predict someone
He's
else.
done Maradona, hasn't he?
Yeah,
Yeah, he's
so
done
Maradona's
Maradona.
down.
Okay, so Anthony Gordon, he likes Maradona. Do you think he's done the Scouse thing? Does he say John Lennon or something like
There's
that?
not one Scouser.
Not an Evertonian footballer.
No footballers outside of Maradona.
Musicians. It's going to be someone from some. It's going to be. It's going to be some. No, it'll be like who will it be? It will be like Morrissey.
No musician.
Keane.
No musicians either. Someone from Keane. Yeah, the guy that got addicted to cheese.
Alistair Campbell lines
Blair.
will take you there. Not English though, but Alistair
John
Campbell.
Major.
Hang on, not English.
British.
Not English.
Not British.
Clinton. Bill Clinton.
Donald Trump.
Oh, Donald Trump. Yeah, I remember this.
He's got Trump, Maradona, and
Trump. Okay, wait. We can
Oh,
get
it's
this
like
then.
Rory McIlroy or someone like that.
Is it a sportsman?
no comedian.
Oh,
Jimmy Carr.
Ricky Gervais.
Oh,
Trump, Maradona. Yes,
Oh,
yes,
Liverpool
yes.
2. Big goal for Andy Robertson.
Can I just go back to our spoiler that I gave at the beginning of this show?
What, 3-0?
Well, my spoiler about exactly how the game would go, exactly how the day would pan out.
Yeah.
Jack, there's a short in that. My prediction. Because I've literally spoiled the day
Liverpool
for
win
everyone.
at Anfield against Spurs. Fucking revolutionary that is. Fucking hell.
Listen to this guy.
Fucking Trotsky over here.
Listen to this. No,
Fucking hell.
Trotsky, listen to this guy. Trotsky wasn't seen as being as good at predictions as me.
Nostradamus.
Yeah, Nostradamus is your man.
Fucking, yeah. Jack, click this up, mate. Liverpool win at Anfield against Spurs who have been shit for the last 2 weeks.
No, I told you exactly how it would go.
Fucking
Though.
hell.
I told you
Praise
exactly.
be to Rory.
I told you exactly.
You know.
I told you exactly how it would
Football
go.
inside. I've never heard anything like it.
Yeah, well, you should try delivering it then.
What are you on about?
I've
I
never
said
heard
5-0 Liverpool, which
Yeah,
I'm getting close to.
Yeah, off the back of saying that Ange Postecoglou is fantastic.
No,
Robertson's
you
done
made no
really well
sense.
there.
Relative to Spurs.
Incoherent.
Relative to how
You're
bad Spurs are as a football club.
incoherent.
You know how much of a bottle club,
Why'd you go so high pitched?
how much of a bottle club Spurs are? That's what I think they are. He's a bottle manager.
Vicario done well there.
He's been rubbish last 2 weeks.
Rubbish.
Mate.
People were saying he was Shay Given and all that.
Rubbish. Nobody said Shay Given.
Someone was saying Shay
No,
Given.
you were saying Shay Given. Nobody's go-to
Shane
good
Ward.
goalie. Shane Ward, yeah.
You do better.
Is he in Coronation Street?
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about
He was
spin
my
bowler.
first ever fan
Shane-
cam.
that's
you know.
Shane
That's
Warne.
Shane Warne, you know.
That's Shane Warne, you idiot.
Oh, God.
He loved
You're my
threesomes.
X
He's
Factor.
like you. He loved
He loved
threesomes.
Liz early as well.
No, he loved.
Can you shut up?
Liz
He
Taylor.
loved threesomes.
You're
I'm just
fucking
saying,
proper
he liked
wrong.
it.
Yeah,
you are.
that's
Do
allegedly.
you remember him?
how we went
Shane
out.
Warne.
No, you.
You talking about the X Factor guy?
No, we're talking
Shane
about
Ward.
you
Ward.
and threesomes.
Ward.
Spin bowler. Great
Yeah,
spin
the
bowler
great
of all
spin
time.
He
bowler.
loved the threesomes.
I don't know. I don't know what you're on about. Can you calm down? He was a good X Factor winner. Him and Leona Lewis. Never seen anything like it, man. Honestly, God.
I love how you try to carry on as normal.
What, Leona Lewis?
Leona Lewis
She was
is
fantastic.
amazing,
Don't
man.
slag off
Where
Leona
is she
Lewis.
now?
She does a Christmas song every December.
No, it's the same one.
Yeah, she brings it out and
Keep
performs it in
bleeding.
Lincolnshire
Keep
Town Square, wherever.
Turns the lights on. Turns the lights on
Have you
in
ever been asked
Dulwich.
to do that?
Look, can we get?
No, but
asked
not.
to do
Have you ever been
I'd love
asked?
No, of course
You
not.
know,
Nobody
like-
would want me to turn
It
their
used to
lights
be like
on.
bananas in pajamas doing it and stuff like that.
Yeah, like random, like
Yeah.
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 Oh, that used to be depressing. man.
Paula Abdul.
We used
did
to
it
go
once.
stand in town on New Year's Eve.
Go on,
That was a sad time.
quick with a throw.
He's lost it. And he's lost all confidence.
It's over. Half time.
He's too small to be a keeper at that level.
Nah, he's just
He's
stupid.
small.
Salah looks happy for once, not telling Jurgen Klopp to fuck off. Walking off the pitch, half time.
No, they
2-0,
resolved
Salah
it,
with a
Adam.
goal,
They've
Robertson
resolved
with
it
another
now.
goal. I mean, people that play at this level of sport, and they're all winners, and they're all going to have those kind of instances where they butt heads in it. Happens.
Yeah.
It's life.
Yeah, I don't think it's a big deal. It's not. It's quite unedifying, but it's not a big deal.
What did you make of this? Spurs had a chance to get back into touch with top four. They've blown it here, 2-0 at half
They've
time.
been
Any
shit.
way back for them?
We all predicted they'd be rubbish today. No, there's no way back. It's over.
Yeah, but Postecoglou's brilliant, and he'll sort it out now at half time, right?
Brilliant relative to who Spurs are as a football club. Would Ange right now be a brilliant Man City manager, Real Madrid manager?
No.
What do I think? No as well. Is he a brilliant Spurs manager? The biggest bottlers in the history of English football? Yes. He's fantastic. He's fantastic, Morris. He's
What do I
perfect.
think?
He's perfect.
What do I think? No.
He's perfect.
Oh, God.
He is.
Remember,
All over the gap today.
No, I think I've made a perfectly good assessment. He's a 6 out of 10 manager. You think I'm saying he's a 10 out of 10 manager? He's a 6. Nothing wrong with being a 6.
we're brought to you by Super 6. Make sure you check it out. Super 6, the link is in the description below. You could download the app, get your predictions in. And if you get 6 predictions right, you could win £250,000. And not only do they have rounds on the weekend, you can also get involved midweek as well. So there's plenty of time to get stuck in with Super 6. We have our own mini league. The code is Club23. And winner of our mini league will be joining us in the game against Pitchside at the end of the season, going down to Millwall.
Where are you going? Where are you going? That's right. We're going to be going to play football at Millwall, and you could come along with us. All you need to do is finish top of our mini league. So make sure that you download the Super 6 app. Will not cost you a penny, completely free to play. And if you predict 6 scores correctly, you will win £250,000. It really is that simple. Half time here, and it's gone exactly as we expected it, isn't it? Exactly what we expected. Tottenham are all over the place, and Liverpool are
just don't
doing
get it
very
with
well.
Tottenham, because they come into this and look, people dig out Man United in comments, whatever, that's cool. But Spurs have come into this last run with such a big chance of getting top 4. Villa have, shown signs of slipping. They've had to contend with European football. And then to just go into these games against Arsenal, against Chelsea, against Liverpool, and almost offer nothing in any of those games. It's real head scratching.
Well, they
they're
had it,
getting
didn't they?
players coming back. You got your Basumas coming in and all that.
If you think about where Tottenham were, they were in a situation where Aston Villa had other issues to worry about. Aston Villa were playing in Europe. They had other things to contend with. And Tottenham had a very privileged situation where they could make it into the European spots. Top 4 was there for Tottenham if they wanted to take it. And it wouldn't have taken spectacular form to do it. Like, look, don't get me wrong. They got battered by Arsenal, and they were always probably going to get battered by Arsenal. But they probably were in a situation that was privileged enough for them to lose that game. But they needed to pick up some points against Chelsea or Newcastle. Like, you can't go away to Newcastle, a Newcastle team that was
What about that
struggling.
Newcastle game.
I mean, they were battered. They were battered. They've really gone to pot. And if you look at the reasons why, the easiest thing to do, okay, look, I'm sure Tottenham fans will be able to break this down and say that there are 100 reasons why it's all going wrong. But from the outside looking in, when you explore what's gone so wrong at Tottenham, mate, it's the conceding of goals. They just concede goals. They cannot defend set pieces. And then you've got Ange Postecoglou going, we don't need a set-piece coach. A set-piece coach is not essential for us. I think that there are other issues that we can focus on. I don't want to make it all about set-piece coach. And you're looking at it, and I've got no dog in the fight. In fact, I do. I don't want them to succeed. But you think, this is fantastic. Please do not get a coach. Please do not get a set-piece coach, because when you do, things will improve, and I don't want them to improve. So no, it's wild quite how wrong it's gone for Tottenham. But if they don't work out how to plug this hole, they are conceding left, right and centre every single game. That is, 7 games including this one. It's 20 goals in 7 games. Like 20 goals in 7 games, man. And how many set-piece goals in even in the last 3 games? 2 set-piece goals against Chelsea, 2 set-piece goals against Arsenal.
And Liverpool here have identified something by where, from Liverpool's left hand, they keep bending that ball in towards the back post, just in kind of the no man's land where the keeper can't get it, the defenders are rushing back, and every single time it's proved to be effective. We've seen Salah hit the post, we've seen an offside chance from it. We've seen different times where they've had an opportunity to score from it, and they keep coming again, and the goal came from that.
What I don't get is, sometimes with football, I appreciate that on one level it's a very complex game. And Ange Postecoglou has a very difficult job at his hands. There's so many plates to spin. It's such a highly pressured job. I know that. But sometimes football can be very easy. And something that Tottenham are doing is causing them major problems. And that is playing this high line. So stop it. Be a bit pragmatic. You know how Mikel Arteta likes to play? He likes to play all expansive attacking football. Unless they're playing at Man City and then he turns into Diego Simeone and defends. You can't just attack everyone. You'll get beat. You're so predictable.
That their line isn't necessarily high, but there's also an attitude that you have when you go out onto the pitch, right? And their attitude isn't one of, let's make sure things are tight at the back and then hit them on a counter-attack. So whilst they're not, their line isn't halfway up the pitch and they're playing a necessarily high line, they're just always open.
The other thing that they need to do, though, Ad, look, as much as they need the points, right? Because Villa dropped points, they should have used this as a real opportunity. But as much as they need the points, I don't think they're going to make it into the Champions League spots. Do you know what they need to do? They need to stop conceding goals. And sometimes the way that you do that is to just go, right, let's get a 0-0, an ugly draw that doesn't really do us any favours. A draw is as good as a loss for them anyway because they need the points. But let's just stop conceding goals all the time. Like Chelsea did it that year with Conte. We got battered by Arsenal. Ozil was just controlling the game. And Conte was like, okay, we're not going to win this game. We're going to lose, but we're only going to lose 3-0. Just shut it off. That's what they need to do here. They're not going to get back into this game. They're 2-0 down now. Just turn the tap off and make sure it finishes 2-0, not 5-0.
They can't. I don't know why they can't
put
do
2
it.
banks of 4.
But I don't know why. Yeah, they should be able to do it. If Palace can go there and keep a clean sheet, Everton have got a good result against them. These guys are limited compared to Spurs' back line. Van de Ven's a fantastic centre-back. Potter is a great right-back in terms of where they are in the league. Maybe not the world-class people that we're talking about, but why isn't the message coming across to be as limited as you're saying? I don't get it.
Because I think that he is, and some people see this as being positive. I see it as being ridiculous. I think that he is a disciple of this very particular brand of football. And there is only one way to play, and there is only one approach to the game. And football can only be played in a very specific way, and that is on the front foot, open. And it's just foolish, man.
We've got a couple of super chats in. We've got some that relate to this as well. The first one's from Psyduck, says, love that Leicester and Ipswich are coming back up. Shout out to Kieran McKenna for back-to-back promotions. Beats Guy, which, again... what's going on here?
Romero's having a bit of a fight with Emerson Royale, I think.
Torres overreacted.
But it looks like Romero's being the knob there.
He could
be rightly being the knob.
Vicario's being the knob.
Vicario's
his teammates.
Vicario's peacemaker.
He's overreacting.
No, Vicario ain't. Beats Guy says Ange is no better than Conte. They're in the same position.
Conte's 10 times a manager of Postecoglou.
And this league's got a worse Chelsea, a worse Man United, a worse Newcastle than last season. You know what I mean? Like, that's unfair.
Conte is head and shoulders above.
Conte gets 4th in this league with this team.
Mate, Conte is one of the best managers of his generation.
That's not true.
Conte?
No, Conte doesn't get 4th of this side right now.
Conte doesn't finish above this Villa team.
Where did Conte leave Spurs? 8th? Or what was it, 6th or 8th?
My point there was Man United were much better, finished 3rd. Newcastle were much better, finishing the champ. Like, Chelsea were much better, Like half the teams that finished above that Spurs team have fallen off this season.
Antonio Conte is one of the best managers Chelsea have ever had. Yeah, he's an amazing manager.
Yeah.
The comment made a comparison between Postecoglou and Conte.
That's ridiculous.
And that is just...
I think it was between the 2 seasons, but still, nevertheless, same thing. Eduardo says, Rory, could Chelsea catch Tottenham? And since Tottenham are not capable of winning trophies, is this a Spurs version of a bottle job in terms of missing out on top 4? And then there was a super chat in regards to Leverkusen winning at home they're winning at half time. They're 5 games from an invincible treble. And it said the question from Jordi Van Schaik says, how highly would you rate a Leverkusen invincible treble? Only ever team to go a season unbeaten since introduction of European competitions in 1955.
Oh, it's unbelievable.
Only ever team to go a
it's
season
amazing.
unbeaten. No, wait.
What is it? Yeah, it's amazing.
In all competitions, right? Yeah.
No.
Because Arsenal obviously lost against Borough, Inter Milan, Man United.
Yeah,
anyone else?
Yeah,
it's better than the Invincibles.
Chelsea.
It's better than the Invincibles.
No, it's huge. Sure. It's hugely impressive from Leverkusen. Like truly amazing.
The league win alone.
Good.
The league win
alone.
Stops 11 years of dominance, or even longer. 12 years of dominance.
The league win alone. Truly exceptional stuff. Really is.
You might like this one considering you hate Leeds, you hate Spurs.
Go on.
You hate Ange. F with the super chat says Ozzy Bielsa.
Yeah, I mean that's definitely true, isn't it? That's definitely true. And also the reaction is the same. The reaction is the same, isn't it? When Bielsa was like getting battered every week, people were saying how well they were doing. And Tottenham get battered every week, and people keep telling me how well they're doing. It just doesn't make sense to me. I really don't understand it.
I still think they beat City, you know.
No,
and hand the trophy to Arsenal.
No, it's impossible.
If we lose to them, I've been saying about Arsenal.
Spurs is that if
we don't deserve to win the league. If we can't beat these lot, we don't deserve to win nothing. We don't deserve to win nothing.
Also, like if Tottenham are ever going to turn it on, it's not going to be against a team like Man City when their fans are half the ground is doing the Poznan. You know, they're not. They're just not going to be up for it.
You never know with these lot. Against us, they've got a weird record, you know.
No, it is impossible. Like it really is impossible. They're just going to be. They are simply going to be. They're simply going to be.
Something weird's going to happen, Royce.
Are we live for it?
Must be. Yeah,
we're
live. Obviously, make sure you subscribe for that. It's a huge game, Spurs City. It must be the last real hurdle. I'm seeing a few Fulham badges getting tweeted by Arsenal fans. We've also got Fulham away, which is a massive game.
Fulham away is one of them ones, isn't it?
They've got nothing to play for now.
We've got an amazing record against Fulham as well.
Also, they've got nothing to play for.
Record. Score bags load of goals.
Like it's all very well people saying how difficult it is to go to Fulham over the course of the season, and it is. But they just have nothing to play for now. You know, they have achieved this season massively. They are safe. They are going to be a Premier League side next year. And I can't see... I just now look at it and I think that Arsenal are going to win all their games. Manchester City are going to win all their games, and that means that Manchester City win 4 games this season. They win a double. Man City win 4 games. Yeah. That's all that's how Guardiola will be phrasing it, isn't it? Guardiola will be Guardiola will be going, look, if you win 4 games,
everyone's fully fit.
You become immortal. You've gone from a treble to a double. Like, let's not. I don't know if somebody would ever do this, and I imagine they wouldn't. But if anybody tried to position that as being uninspiring because they haven't got the European Cup, like a double is amazing, absolutely amazing. Like Chelsea have won a double in our history. Once. One double, and Carlo Ancelotti will live forever in Chelsea folklore as one of our greatest ever managers. We've done it once. Yeah. You're going to do it twice off the back of last season, and having won a domestic treble fairly recently as well. Yeah. Like, I don't think that we can understate how amazing it is to win a treble and then a double, and they're 4 games away from it. That sounds so easy for City to me. Like
the way we're
City
scoring,
when they win 18 in a row and all that. Guardiola's just going to his boys, lads. You win 4 games. But you might not even have to.
I don't think we're perfect by any stretch, but the way we're scoring, we might just blow sides away with goals.
So also having the games in hand, you'd rather have the points on the board.
Also, every single time you've played Man City, you know, if you're an Arsenal fan in particular, if you're looking at it thinking maybe you drop here, because I've been watching Man City games, you're going, please lads, and I felt very confident that Man City are going to secure the 3 points, certainly by half time. Like, the game against Forest, they rode their luck a bit, but they were winning at half-time. Wolverhampton Wanderers was over at half-time. They're doing it and doing it and doing it well.
Yeah, we're scoring so many goals.
Represent Queens, you raise that.
Really easy.
Yeah, it's going to be... Do you think... Arsenal, if the prediction is true, listen to this from an Arsenal perspective. If my prediction here is true, that Arsenal and City win everything between now and the end of the season, Arsenal will end this season on 89 points. they will have also, and this is crucial, they will have won 28 games in a 38-game season. They would have won 28. The Invincibles won 26. So they have already won the same amount of games as the Invincibles won.
Well, I'll use this as an example to Arsenal. You know, the Arsenal fans that will be using this points tally to compare it to going, oh, we got more points. Like, this team ain't better than the Invincibles.
Nowhere near.
You know what I mean? Like, sometimes people will try and do those, these guys have that much points. That means they finished second with that. They're better than most of these winners that won the league.
No, the league is weaker now.
Yeah.
The league is weaker now, but they will have won more games in a season than the Invincibles. They will have got one less point than the Invincibles. Like, it is immense what Mikel Arteta has done.
I just don't. I'm seeing a lot of tweets about how Arsenal should win the league. They deserve to win the league. And
no one deserves to win the league.
Exactly. And I've seen a few tweets. I've had to reply to a few. I cannot actually believe it.
What's your? So tell me the issue that you have.
Because people are saying that Arsenal have been better than City this season. If City win our games in hand, they haven't.
No, but you and I
haven't.
I thought you agreed with that.
They haven't.
I thought you and I spoke about this recently, and we were exploring. Can you not win the league and be the best team in the league?
I said in the Champions League, the best side doesn't always win it.
No, I thought we spoke about.
But not in the league.
I thought you and I spoke and said that it's possible to not. Didn't we say?
We did a video that we couldn't think of a single example where a side comes second and is.
I thought we said that Liverpool. I thought we said that the Liverpool team that got 97 points that didn't win the league, that did win the European Cup and did beat Man City home and away that year.
Yeah, I think that was probably the one.
I thought that was an example.
That was
we
one
said,
now. I think
that you can
back on the way in the
that
game.
You can win the league. Sorry, that you can finish second in the league but be the best team in the league. I think it's fair to say that Arsenal are the best team in the league this season.
I think that
whether they win the league or not, it's almost better.
The best side.
No, they are, because
they can't be.
I mean, they're going to hit. They're going to hit.
In terms of the actual players, the starting 11, they haven't got the best players.
Have City beat one of those?
No, Arsenal have beaten in the mini league of top teams. Arsenal have taken 4 points off Liverpool. Arsenal have taken 4 points off Man City. Yeah. Nobody has taken anything like a win off Arsenal. So
they got decimated by a really poor Bayern Munich side. They got bullied in Munich.
Bullied in Munich.
No, but that's
Premier League.
No, but we have to talk. It's not. It's not exclusive, is it?
Like,
it's not
they've
exclusive.
scored more goals.
How do these sides fare in Europe?
They've got the Golden Glove winner. They've probably got the best defence based off form.
I don't think Man City are the best team. I think Man City are going to win the league.
City, arguably the best side in Europe.
The only team that Manchester City have beaten in this year's top 5 are Villa. You haven't beaten anyone in the top 5.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah, it's basically true.
Say Man United.
It's not basically true, it's true.
No, it is true. Yeah, it's true.
It's.
I said basically in the sense of we've beaten the traditional big six like Man United, but obviously they're not in the top 5.
This could get worse for Spurs.
It's kind of with all that in mind. I think this is interesting because I believe that you can be the best team and not win the league.
So let's say it's a neutral venue, Arsenal versus Man City. 10 games they play in this theoretical experiment. How many times did Arsenal beat Man City?
No, in that I think you.
So we're the better side. We're the better side.
Yeah,
we're a little bit low on fitness, a little bit low on form because of what we did the previous season.
Imaginary game, game, conforming to your exact rules, you're right.
Yeah.
But in the Premier League season that we've just seen,
the rules of the Premier League. 38 games, City will finish above Arsenal. So then City are better than Arsenal.
But is that not too simplistic?
What configuration do you want?
I just think that sounds too simplistic. I think
the league format itself, the very definition of the league.
No, mate, I don't. I think that you can. I think that there are examples of teams that win the league and aren't necessarily the best. For example, Leicester City weren't the best team in the league that year. Both Arsenal and Tottenham were better than Leicester City.
I can't say that, man.
But
I can't say that.
Do you think it's fair to say that the Liverpool team that didn't win the league?
But that is an exceptional example because getting 97 points and then also win the Champions League. There aren't many sides that come second in the Premier League, win the Champions League, and play the brand of football Liverpool
Manchester
did.
United,
Not many.
Manchester United that finished second to Blackburn Rovers were better than Blackburn Rovers.
Yeah, fine.
I think there are examples. My question would be: Is Arsenal an example?
No, not for me.
Even though you haven't beaten them, and they have beaten you.
Yeah.
Even though they've got a far better record against everyone in the top.
But do you not think the eye test matters in terms of...
No, absolutely.
Yeah. So
I think the eye test, they're better than you.
I'm saying in the 2 games we've played, Arsenal City, we were better than them at the Etihad, and they parted the bus.
Watching Arsenal,
they parted the bus.
We basically watch every single Arsenal game and every single City game. Yeah. A lot of them together. Arsenal are a better team when you watch the way they play.
Since the turn of the year. But I think we do forget a large portion of the season. City were really good at the start of the season. Really, really good at the start of the season.
around the time when Arsenal dropped those.
Can you have a look at see what people are saying here? Because we're having the debate at the moment about can you be the best team in the league?
Can I just say from my perspective as being someone that's kind of been in Buvey's shoes like a lot where your team's dominating. When there's a team that does well in a season, I had it a lot as a Man United fan, you always get people coming out going, oh yeah, they didn't, United didn't deserve it because they were a better team. And it's just because of that, because you've seen City win it constantly, you almost take it for granted now. So when you see a team doing well and fighting with them, you go, oh, they're a better team. When actually, City have had to maintain this ridiculous standard. Even
No, I don't think they're a better team as such.
Connor Watt says Arsenal are a better team. Remember, this is all based on this season.
Yeah, it's all this season. That's what I was going to say. Yeah. Well played, Harvey Elliott.
So yeah, there are people saying that Arsenal are a better team based on like when you look at goal scoring stats, defensive records.
Yes!
Oh, 3-0 Liverpool. Big header from Cody Gakpo.
So Ange Postecoglou's words of wisdom worked at half-time perfectly.
You're spot on, by the way, currently, prediction-wise.
There we go. Thought it's too
early.
A
long time to go.
You could be spot on, actually.
We got some super chats as well. Arsenal will trade their amazing goal scoring and impressive defence for an extra 3 points. And at the end of the day, Man City picked up points where Arsenal couldn't, which means City are better.
Who said that? That's a great comment. Goujon makes a very good point. So to add to my argument that Arsenal are a better team, whether they win the league or not, they've scored more goals than anyone else. They conceded less than anyone else. They're going to get the Golden Gloves.
But their ability to convert into points, which is all that matters in the league, is points.
No, but
is not as good as Man City.
Do you know what? This is almost an impossible argument for me because what you will always be able to go back to is, well, they're not going to win the league and we're therefore better. But if we look slightly beyond that, if we look slightly behind that and like actually explore it, I think that like realistically that Chelsea team that won the league under Conte with Marcos Alonso one side, Victor Moses the other side, we weren't the best team. Like we got an amazing points tally. We got to the FA Cup final. Antonio Conte had us drilled and it was an amazing.
We came second that year.
It was an amazing season of management.
Pierce, who says, I don't think Arsenal parked the bus, but this is what he says. You don't park the bus like Arsenal did versus City if you are a better team and deserve
I think there's a point in that. I think Arsenal, right now, you know when people go, why are Arsenal not top of the league, considering how good they've been? And people will constantly talk about that Villa result. I feel like that Villa result can happen. It's just one of those things. I think they were a little bit unambitious at the Etihad. I think they could have beaten them.
Why is that? Because they don't have the standard to go toe-to-toe to City.
They don't. No, but
and Real Madrid didn't, and they parked the bus as well.
They'd beaten City prior to that.
But you agreed with me a minute ago. The eye test matters. As football fans, you know me. The result matters massively to me as a football fan. It was a deflected goal for us. It was a 0-0 written all over it.
Do you think that Mikel Arteta now, when he's like being totally honest with one of his mates in a pub, if he does that, do you think that he would go, oh man, I should have attacked more at City? Do you think he now thinks?
No, I think he'll think about Fulham and West Ham.
Yeah, I don't think he's
manageable games.
No, but Fulham and West Ham's too far away. No, but you don't lose the league in November.
He thinks of Villa.
Villa maybe.
I don't think he thinks of that draw.
No.
Was it January?
No, it was December. It was last year. No, it was last year. Arsenal this calendar year, Arsenal have played 17, won 15.
Yeah, they've been incredible.
That's this. Yes, no,
Salah in the box,
but they will be massively. They'll be massively affected by the games they should have won. They didn't win the league last season because they couldn't beat Southampton.
Yeah, but Booth. They
can't be that good.
Yeah, but Booth, that was in the run-in. What I'm saying is the games. If you have to go back to identify where Arsenal didn't win the league, if you have to go back to November, December time. That's not really where you don't win the league, is it?
But you got to give yourself a platform to go on and win the league. Sure.
Lolo with the super chat says City treble and double winners, but not the best team. We're not talking about last season. Last season isn't coming.
I think last season has to be factored in as well because of incredible success, and then you go again for a side to go again at that.
That's
standard.
how I look at it. Like, I just remember being a Man United fan when we were winning every time, and people going, "Yeah, but you're not the best team." These and it's like. You're just struggling. It's like why David Ginola. It's why David Ginola won Player of the Year in '99.
So do you just think it's a simple science? If you win the league, you're the best team.
99% of the time.
Yeah. Is this the 1%?
Because I think when Leicester won the league, they were the best team.
They weren't.
And I think I do.
They were.
I personally do feel that way.
I think Tottenham and Arsenal were better than that.
I think Schmeichel was the best keeper in the league. We had Mahrez,
we expected
Vardy,
more from Arsenal and Spurs.
Kante was the best midfielder in Europe, probably for a lot of people.
We expected more from Arsenal and Spurs, but when we actually sat down and looked at what we were seeing, Leicester were by far the better
Mate,
team.
Robert Huth, Wes Morgan. You know, for every time you say a good player, I'll go Robert Huth, Danny Simpson.
Arsenal.
That's on paper. Like,
Arsenal,
if you looked at a lot of Fergie's teams on paper towards the end, it'd be like,
fucking
Claudio Ranieri, very average manager. Like it was. I just don't believe that Leicester team was the best team in the country. I think it was the best sporting achievement I've ever seen. I love it. It's the best sporting achievement I've ever seen. But I'm not having that Leicester team was better than the Tottenham team that year. Or better than the Arsenal team.
They stuck to it. And it worked, and no one else could stop it. That was the problem.
Kante was the best midfielder in Europe, man.
Yeah, but Wes Morgan weren't the best centre half.
Yeah, but then you're using an example, and then I say Eric Dyer then, or someone who's rubbish for Arsenal.
No,
Arsenal had probably Koscielny or someone.
No, but that year of Tottenham was brilliant.
They had a generational side.
Yeah.
I don't think if you did a combined 11, I think it'd be very split between those two sides. It'd be very, very split.
I just think that there are a lot of examples where the best team in the league.
Schmeichel was the best keeper in the league. Kasper Schmeichel. There's loads.
De Gea was at that point, I think.
Yeah, I don't think he was the best keeper in the league. You're saying it as if it's fact.
Kasper Schmeichel.
That year, De Gea was.
Kasper Schmeichel had a better season that year than David De Gea. Of course he did.
He had a better season because he won the league.
It wasn't better.
Was he better?
Was it Courtois?
I don't know.
I think we're getting very picky here.
We're just saying in form for a calendar year.
Leicester were a better team. Better team. Maybe not better individuals. I thought they were a better team than anyone in the league that year. That's why they won the league. It was incredible.
That's fair enough.
We saw
That's fair enough. Yeah.
But I do get what Rory's saying. Sometimes a team can be the better team, but maybe they're mentally not.
Because if Arsenal win the league now and they still can, I'm going to look like an idiot. But it's just how I view it. Arsenal are the best side in the country. If they win the league, come May.
So
end of May.
So for you, it will basically
you managed to navigate points.
You can't say who the best team in the country. You know when we've played 37 games. If the league title isn't decided and someone went, who's the best team in the country, you don't know.
If it's this tight, yeah.
You have to wait to find out who the winner is before you can say who the best team in the country.
City were better than Man United in the Aguero season. If Wayne Rooney scores that goal against Sunderland and Aguero misses, they were the better side. They won the league.
It can't come down to such a
the year
small
Liverpool
margin.
won the league, City had a better goal difference and Edison won the Golden Glove. Were City the better team? Kind of chipping into the debate.
Yeah, maybe. I can't remember.
Psyduck says Leicester didn't have big names at the time, but they only lost 3 games in the league season. It was an incredible season. Dan says, it depends what you mean by best. Surely the teams that is best at getting the most points will win the league.
But what I'm saying is, right, it doesn't make sense for us to need to know who the winner of the league is to say who the best team is. Because you could get to a situation where you've seen 37 and a half games of the season, and I go, Booth, who's the best team in the league? He goes, I've got no idea because I don't know who's won the league yet. When I know who's won the league, I'll tell you.
What you're saying.
That means that you're going to judge the whole season on one moment at the end of the last game.
That doesn't happen very often, does it? A lot of the times that when you've won the league, especially Chelsea, you've won it quite early, relatively speaking, and then you can just say Chelsea. Usually, when you win the league, Chelsea have been the best side. Conte.
No, but I don't think the Conte team. Well, the Conte team was Victor Moses and Marcos Alonso.
But we came second that season, and you absolutely smashed us at Etihad. Smashed us. Diego Costa was the best striker on the planet, arguably.
Yeah, no, Costa. There was
Kante
brilliant
players.
There's always going to be brilliant players.
If we look at a cup competition, sometimes we go, the best team hasn't won that.
Wigan.
Oh, the keepers got caught.
England a few times.
Swansea City.
International
Birmingham City.
So using that logic, could you not apply it to a league? I'm kind of defending
because the league
point,
aggregates 38 games a season. It's the great leveler. The 3 worst sides in the league get relegated, and the best side wins it. I think it's an aggregation of the best.
That's fair enough. I don't think I think yeah.
You think
it's quite a simple science.
99%
the best team in the league are the winners of the league.
99% of the time.
I think that it's way more complex.
Okay, here's another. Flying Kite says, if Team A won 38 games 1-0 and Team B won 37 games 5-0 but drew a game.
Yeah, exactly.
Which team? That couldn't happen because
Team A but he makes the same point. Yeah. He makes a good point there. Yeah. Like the point is that you don't necessarily win the league. The league title doesn't always go to the team that are the best in the league. And I'm inclined to agree with that. Mm-hmm. Interesting debate, though.
It's 3-0 to Liverpool still here, and I can only see more goals.
They've got to sack Big Ange. At what point are we calling for Ange's head?
There was a question at one point which said Ange or Sarri in the chat. I was interested in your...
Sarri's not a bad manager, is he?
He won them a trophy.
He's better than...
He'd get a statue outside White Hart Lane for that.
He would.
Yeah,
He's at Lazio, isn't he?
Yeah, I don't think he likes...
Booth's coming out.
Huh?
He calls you Oliver Skip, didn't he?
Don't try and put it on me when you
did. You called him out.
Look how you bottled that. Look how you bottled that.
You
Booth's coming on, and then he got scared.
You melted away.
Yeah.
I don't call him that.
Yeah, you melted away.
I don't call him
Booth's coming on.
I call him Maguire, not Skip. And people talking about Maguire in the chat saying he's out for 3 weeks. Who cares? Moving on.
He's been your best defender this season, hasn't he?
Bollocks.
Scored big goals.
I wonder if that's going to have impact on his
Who's been better
England
this season,
team.
be honest. Centre back, Man United.
Better out. Johnny Evans has been the best centre back.
Who do you think should start for England? Two centre. Are you usually back Maguire? Are you still on that? Because I feel like there's
If
other
Dyer wins
options
the
there.
Champions League, it's Dyer and Stones.
I was going to say Dyer, yeah.
But hold on.
But if he doesn't win the Champions League, he's not Dyer.
I've never sagged off
Surely
Dyer.
it should be.
I like Dyer.
Surely it shouldn't have that qualification if he wins the championship. He's either the better player or he's not.
Right now, he's slightly better on form than Maguire, so I'd put him in. My Maguire shout was only based on form
But they
anyway.
could lose-
His
they could
England
not
form
win
has
the
always
Champions
been
League.
decent, and it has been for 4 years now.
Do you think it will be Dyer? Do you think Maguire will start? What do you think
It'll be
Southgate?
Maguire.
Maguire will
Stones.
actually start,
What even with the form of Dyer? Because remember, he does like Dyer.
unless he's
God,
injured.
he's a lovely little player, Harvey Elliott.
Oh! Wow!
Mate,
Right,
What a prediction.
right on cue, yeah.
Got to clip that up, man. That's fucking a lovely little player. Bang.
Bloody hell.
You getting things right doesn't help us get views, though.
Bloody
When you
yeah. I know.
get it wrong,
He's the other way around. He's rubbish. He's
we
rubbish.
just got
Wow,
Harvey Elliott
what
shit.
a-
Oh.
Yeah.
What a strike,
God,
man.
Lovely little player.
He's done that a lot
Mate,
this
could be
season.
6, 7, 8.
Yeah,
We're
man.
close to mine now. We've
I
gone
told you the
past Rory's.
spoiler. I told you the spoiler at the beginning of the show. God, that was a wonderful.
I wish Flav was here, man.
I wish Flav. I always think that every day in my life. I just wish Flav was here. Life is always better with Flav around.
It's embarrassing now.
At
These
what
guys are
point?
getting
Maybe now
chinned.
people will start to understand what I've been saying. He's got to take responsibility for this. They have to find a way of playing differently. They are getting battered every single
That's
week.
too slow. Porro's so slow. The ball over's
Look at that
easy.
header.
Ball's over's easy.
Look how he skips past. Bang! Look at that.
Whoa.
Oh, it's a finish.
Wow.
What a hit.
It's a finish.
Look at the
Spurs'
touch
last
here.
couple of
Here.
results. Go on.
Look. At
Oh.
that. Yeah, I mean, go back a bit further than Newcastle.
So
Go do last 6 games, last 7 games.
we'll go to their
God, that's a great goal,
from
man.
their Fulham defeat on the 16th of March, where they lost 3-0.
Yeah.
So they lost 3-0 against them. They beat Luton 2-1. So goal difference, we're looking at 4-2. Then they drew with West Ham 1-1. So we're looking at 5-3. Yeah.
Mm.
Then they beat Forest 3-1. So we're looking at 6-6. Then they lost 4-0 against Newcastle. So that's
Holy skip's coming on. Sorry.
10-6. Then they lost 3-2. So that's 13-8. Then they lost 2-0. So that's 15-8. And now they're losing 4-0. So that'd be 19 goals conceded, 8 scored
In how many?
since the Fulham defeat, which was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 games ago.
8 games. So they've conceded 20 goals in 8 games.
Yeah.
Bloody hell.
They're getting
20
chinned.
goals.
I love it.
In 8.
Chinned. I
They're
love
getting
that
chinned.
phrase.
They
Look,
are, aren't they?
James Maddison's
Not
on.
used enough that. We'll get to it.
20 goals in 8 games. And people tell me he's a good
These
manager.
guys are rubbish. Absolutely.
Oh, dear.
Madison will one off soon.
I think Liverpool fans will be
Madison
frustrated.
won't get another club like as big as Tottenham.
Go back to Leicester, innit?
Yeah, he'll go. Yeah, he won't get a club as big as Tottenham. It's all got very quiet, hasn't it? All that nonsense about him. We should start for England, and he's got to go to the World Cup. He won't even go to the World Cup now, will he?
I can't believe I said that.
No, he
you
might.
were big on the Madison train.
I
weren't
get things wrong every now and then.
Did you get it wrong though, or is it just
Based on the form, I think I was fair enough to say that you should.
you? It was fair enough. It was fair enough, but you went early on.
Because now
That's the
I
only-
did.
What was
I
his
do it
injury?
a lot, yeah.
Not sure. It was
He had a
injured
big
against
one.
Chelsea, wasn't it?
He had a big one,
Injured
didn't he?
Against Chelsea in the first game.
Injuries can
Was it that
always
big? I
play
don't know.
its part.
Palmer's the one for me. Fuck
Has he
me.
got fearless tattooed under his
Yeah,
ear?
he's fearless.
He shouldn't be.
He went on loan to Norwich City.
Fearless.
Great.
Fearless.
Fearless.
Is that Aberdeen as well, isn't he?
Yeah, Aberdeen. Yeah. He's
Fearless?
Yeah.
Under your ear.
Fear.
Played for Norwich City.
Earless.
Oh.
Good shot,
Oh.
James.
Bit of hope for Tottenham fans. On this day 10 years ago, Liverpool were 3-0 up against Palace
Oh, it's
and
Crystanbul.
drew 3-3.
Crystanbul was
Dwight Gale.
Crystanbul became a word 10 years ago today.
26
You know it's in the
years
dictionary.
and you didn't win the league. 3-0 up and you blew it all away.
I think it was the following
Palace.
week.
Palace. Who the fuck are Palace?
You know Pally?
City went there the following week. Yaya Toure scored one of the best goals you're ever going to see. He ran
Really?
the whole length of the.
Yeah,
I think it was the following week. I might be wrong.
You know the word
Amazing.
Crystanbul is now in the dictionary.
Really?
Yeah, Crystanbul is like a blowing situation.
Oh, is it?
It's actually in the dictionary. Yeah.
You could not. I saw a great tweet that kind of sometimes a tweet can really recontextualize what happened. Yeah. Steven Gerrard put everyone in a huddle in front of the Sky TV
Don't
cameras.
slip.
Don't slip.
Don't slip. And then
it's not like he scored an own goal or if he headed it backwards.
Yeah.
He slipped
Yeah.
a week later.
Yeah.
And also, you know what?
Shakespeare would
Stevie
have
Mee
loved
didn't
that.
need to do any of that shit.
No, he didn't.
All he needs to do is get back to the dressing room. He wants to make it all about him.
Yeah.
Big look at me.
Yeah.
I'm the best captain in the world. Look at me winning the league. That's what it was.
Do you know the other thing that happened? Do you know when they played Chelsea in that game?
Yeah.
After he slipped, I don't think any one player has had more shots blocked ever.
It got ridiculous, didn't it?
He got ridiculous. He just kept trying to get back.
If you're his teammate, you'd be like, bruv, you already ruined it. Why you keep shooting?
We can't say anything to him,
Like,
can
why
you?
you keep shooting?
Bro, you've already ruined it.
I remember celebrating that goal. I've never celebrated so much.
Do you want to know one of my biggest regrets in
finish.
football? One of my biggest ever regrets in football. There was a year where I was obviously going to football a lot. I was like, I'm not going there to watch them win the league. I'm just not going.
Yeah.
Ditched it. Saw my mate on the telly, like,
your mates went up, did they?
Yeah, they all went.
Yeah.
Saw them on the telly celebrating at the end. I was just looking at it thinking, no, how have I not done this?
It was very good with Mourinho as well, running up the touchline. And
Well, do you know what happened? Have I told you this?
Yeah, it's a great story. Tell it for the people that
Do you know what happened there? So that season, Chelsea were playing Liverpool in a game towards the end of the season that meant literally nothing to Chelsea in terms of our league form. It wasn't our priority. Liverpool desperately needed the 3 points. Liverpool's manager was Brendan Rodgers. Brendan Rodgers, Jose Mourinho had worked together at Chelsea. Chelsea had a massive game against Atletico Madrid. Diego Costa's Atletico Madrid. Thibaut Courtois' Atletico Madrid. We got a brilliant result away from home. We drew 0-0. Brought them back to Stamford Bridge. We were playing them on the Tuesday. We said to the TV company, can we move our game from the Sunday at 4 to the 12:30? TV said yes. Premier League said yes. We've got a big game in Europe. We need to do that. Everyone has to agree, though. Brendan Rodgers trying to make Liverpool in the best situation. Brendan Rodgers said no. So Mourinho went, what? What?
Oh, cool.
Fine.
You know that Jordan meme? Then it became personal.
Yeah. Mourinho, who was going to go into that game and play basically nobody, suddenly Matic, but like basically everyone that was banned from the other game, Ivanovic, I think, played them all. Liverpool would have won.
You had Schwarzer in goal, didn't you?
Yeah, Schwarzer in goal, but everybody that was banned that wouldn't have played. Mourinho suddenly took it really
that was when
seriously.
like Matic was the best holding midfielder in the world at that point.
And there he was.
And it was all off the back of Brendan Rodgers trying to be clever and saying, we're not moving a fixture. And Mourinho was just like, wait, we're playing Atletico Madrid. So he made us play on a 4 o'clock on a Sunday when we had Madrid on a Tuesday. We got beat by Madrid, but we beat Liverpool.
Mourinho as well. What you don't do with Mourinho,
Rind him up.
ruffle his feathers.
No. He liked Rodgers.
Especially when, because
he liked Rodgers.
Chelsea.
Rodgers was kind of getting groomed for his job at some point. It was all weird, I remember that.
Yeah.
I remember that.
A great era of football, that.
Because you imagine how I felt that season. Fergie's left, Liverpool going to win the league. It was just like, what? If everything that could go wrong is going wrong now.
They should have won the league, really.
They should have won the league, of course. Mate, in the last 3 games of the season, they had to beat Crystal Palace, a Chelsea team with nothing to play for, and Newcastle, wasn't it? Newcastle final day at Anfield.
At that point, it was over.
Yeah, but didn't matter. The way that it looked prior to the game against Crystal Palace was, if they beat Palace,
it was Palace and Chelsea.
Yeah. A Chelsea team with nothing to play
for. City beat West Ham final day of the season.
There's someone with the chat.
Charlison's in here, Ad. If he gets it across to Son will miss it, obviously.
Son
has to
Son's in. Oh, he saved it.
Told you.
It's offside anyway, but what a save by Alisson, because he did not.
Son will miss it. Son is useless. Nobody wants to say it.
Baby,
useless.
I can't stand when they wait.
Good Day says that might be the funniest thing in Premier League history. Is it?
What the irony? Yeah, the irony's right up there. I can't think of many
not for Liverpool
examples.
fans, but
it's.
I think Aguero is nice for a lot of football fans. Obviously not you, but I think the irony of
funny.
Yeah, I think it's funny. Man United fans thinking they'd won the league.
Actually,
that is quite funny.
On the picture.
Yeah, Fergie's sort of like looking around exacerbated. Kevin Keegan. We will not let this.
You're not.
I'd love it if we beat him. Yeah.
Yeah. Rafa Benitez's fax was a great moment.
Yeah.
I remember being in that moment thinking, he's gone.
He's gone.
I just thought it straight away, he's gone.
Cracking up.
Yeah, but that was the genius of Fergie. Genius of Fergie. It was all mental games.
Just slowly get under your skin.
Yeah.
It's like that comment he made about Leeds that cracked up Keegan. He was like, they played well against us, but they're not going to go and do that against Newcastle. It was just like the perfect, just perfect things to just say.
Is that what he said? Was that the trigger?
Yeah. That's why he
was
said,
that the trigger?
And how he said that about them at Leeds. Like that's where it starts, isn't it?
Son, well played, mate. Really brilliant. Yeah, first man.
He tried against Mancini once, and Mancini just like you can't do that with an Italian guy like Mancini because he's just going to shout back at you. But Fergie tried to do it at the Etihad. Do you remember he was doing that? He was doing that. We beat you 1-0 company. Mancini never kind of succumbed to it.
I think the press conference stuff is very different to that. That's a bit more just pitch side getting angry, isn't it?
Definitely.
I think the press conference stuff is he was very calculated with it. It was like the Rooney one for different reasons. But when we didn't know what was going on with Ray and Rooney, and he did it, we had a game against Rangers coming up in the Champions League. And he spent his whole press conference basically with a speech about how the grass in the field always thinks the grass is greener on the other. He just went off on one. And he was clearly really hurt by Wayne Rooney. And then after that, everything just seemed to just be sorted.
When's that? 2010 Man City rumours?
Yes.
Is that when he was linked to City?
Yeah.
We nearly signed him. That was close, really close.
Do you think it actually was?
That was very as close as it almost
I
can
don't think
be,
it was as close as it was made out to be. I think it was more of a thing.
If he wanted
if you
to go,
remember correctly, I think we were linked with Ozil and we didn't get him. And we didn't get Ozil, so Rooney got a bit upset and he was like, "Oh, we're challenging for anyone," because it was the era when Fergie was going, there's no value in the market and stuff. And he's going, so we're not going to be buying anyone. We're not going to be going for everyone. It was like, so he was questioning whether we were up for it.
I think he had terms agreed, from my understanding. I think if he'd wanted to go, it would have happened. It's
that would have been Terry era for City as well.
Terry, he signed in for 100 million quid.
How does that make? When he comes out going,
it's the same.
Like when he goes, "I had sleepless nights about it." Does that make you feel worse about it?
Nah, not really. Imagine it's exactly the same view, Rooney.
But he came through your academy, didn't he?
Did he say sleepless nights in terms of the money he could have earned at City? Yeah. Wow, I didn't know that.
And at a point in time, he was like,
when you said that, you said that a few weeks ago on the show, and I didn't actually catch that.
He said he had sleepless nights over City's offer.
Wow.
Yeah, although the way I always see those things, it's all a negotiation, isn't it? It's all
your current.
It's all a negotiation. Yeah.
What was he on at Chelsea Prime? 50 to 100k?
No, he'd have bought 200s, yeah.
And then what City offered for 300, 400 sort of thing? Is that the kind of range?
Back in the day, that number, I don't know.
They probably got offered Rooney money at United to go to City.
Him and Richard Dunn and Neda Manua.
Oh, please.
For real.
No, he would have been part of a better era than that, wouldn't he?
No, for real. It's Stephen Ireland. He would
have played with Aguero, right?
The executive, the chief executive. No. The bid for John Terry. Obviously, he would have eventually played with Tevez.
He would have been there 2012.
The first season, if we'd signed him, the season we tried to sign him, he's playing with Stephen Ireland. He's playing with Richard Dunn.
So what?
There's nothing wrong with that.
So Aguero joined 11, right?
11, autumn of 11.
Aguero joins 11.
So this was 09, where it seemed like it was going to happen.
09,
Mark
Terry.
Hughes coming out and saying John Terry's gone stale at Chelsea, wants to join City.
In 09.
He's playing with Robinho, Joe.
Gareth Barry.
Barry's a year after.
Right.
So I'm looking at the
but then the year after that, Aguero.
They all eventually come. Yeah.
So he would have been part of a brilliant.
Technically, that first side is technically Neda Manua.
He just becomes part of the first wave. He would have been the first wave of superstars.
Whoever Robinho was playing with.
So this is a team he would have played with. Shea Giver, Mika Richards, Wayne Bridge, Anua, Zabaleta.
Wayne Bridge? It wouldn't have happened then, would it?
Maybe that's the reason it didn't happen. I don't know.
No. Or maybe Wayne Bridge was signed after the John Terry rumors. Maybe.
Yeah.
Stephen Ireland, Sean Wrong Phillips, Robinho. I'm not going to mention number 11's name. Stuart Taylor, Rocky Santa Cruz, Javier Garrido, Silvino, Martin Petrov, Barry, Lescott, Dunn.
Okay.
Vieira was there.
Right.
Adebayor was there.
And then the following year, the big dogs are. Oh, Carlos Tevez was there.
Yeah.
Oh, Tottenham have scored.
Oh, wow. Richarlison.
Hey,
don't do it.
Wait, where's he going?
Getting the ball.
He's got to get the ball.
So
off the cone.
So Richarlison, so Carlos Tevez was there. Okay, so there was a superstar. I was just thinking Terry's not going to go.
No, Tevez came at the end of that
Tevez and
season.
Bellamy.
I think you're talking about the whole squad. That transfer window when we tried to sign John Terry, we had basically no one.
I've read out your squad from 09 to 10.
It was Kaka. It was John Terry, Robinho. That was the very, very first wave.
Right.
Yeah, you would have played with no one. for the first few months.
Tevez would have just left United as well.
Yeah, crazy.
Right, so he would have been the first to arrive when the money landed.
That's the Kaká thing.
Kaká,
and it's interesting. You know the chief executive, I think it's Gary Cook, right? And it's a bit embarrassing how he even said something about Richard Dunn. Richard Dunn's not going to sell any shirts in China. He said something like that, really disrespectful. Right. He's the chief executive at Burnham City right now.
Really?
He's at Burnham City.
Didn't he have a gig at the Premier League as well?
Yeah, he did.
FA?
He did.
At one point.
He's I don't know, he's an interesting figure, but he's a bit of he gives me Sir Jim Ratcliffe vibes. Being a bit of a charlatan.
What, just chasing the dough?
Someone with the funniest moment says Arsene Wenger loses 6-0
at Stamford Bridge on his 1,000th game. That is definitely up there. 6-0 is
8-2 as well for Wenger.
But 6-0 on his 1,000th game. Yeah. The whole day was built around Wenger. Wenger's on the cover of the programme. He's on the cover of the programme. He didn't get beat 6-0. Yeah, amazing, man.
There's a lot of people, I know you might not do it, but at least 100 OGs have asked for you to call expressions.
No, I can't do that. I can't do that.
We can't get into how we're calling people
we can't
for a bit of dough.
Yeah, hang on.
For God's sake. You going? Oh, right.
Who are you?
We just stood up without moving.
It's like the Spurs fans, they're all just jive for the exit. That was what game was that? The 6-0. Oh, yeah. Was it Kieran Gibbs and Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain?
6-0. Or
one of them should have got sent off and the other one got sent off. Oxlade-Chamberlain should have got sent off and Kieran Gibbs got sent off.
Oh, yeah, the mistaken identity. Yeah. Ryan Gravenberch is coming on 4-1 Liverpool with Darwin Núñez coming on as well. He must be frustrated that he's been dropped. I don't think it's a fitness thing.
Where would he go then?
I don't know.
So you got Salah.
He's coming on for Diaz.
Who played down the middle today?
He's come off the left, I think. Gakpo played down the middle, I think. 4-1, Lo Celso coming on.
So where would you put Núñez?
I'll put him on
Salah,
the left.
Gakpo, Diaz.
I'll put him on the left. Gakpo can come deep and link up play.
No, sorry. The team that started was Salah, Gakpo, Diaz.
Yeah.
Do you think Núñez deserves to start over any one of them?
Yeah, I would always be starting him over Gakpo. Always be starting him over Gakpo. I know they're not. Their form's indifferent, but I think Núñez does create a lot of opportunities. But it remains to be seen if Arne Slot can come in and get form out of him. It's a big debate, really.
I'm still intrigued by that one. It still doesn't feel like it's really going to happen.
Well, Arne Slot?
Yeah.
I think it's done.
No, I know, but it still feels like, have they really gone for him?
I think it's the best case. I think it's a great opportunity for him. It can go really well, and it can also go wrong. You know, sometimes when Mourinho went to Man United, it almost can't go wrong because it's such a big move for you lot. It's a big move for him, and it went wrong massively. With Arne Slot, it can go wrong. You can cut your losses. He can go back to Holland or wherever he wants to go, and you can move on to the next guy.
That's the thing as well. I think with Liverpool, one of those clubs, there's loads of them. It's not just Liverpool, where a lot of it's emotions. And I think with Xabi Alonso, they would have had a connection to him. They would have had a reason to hold on to him a little bit longer. I think they would have stuck it out with him if it got difficult. With Arne Slot, I can see if it gets bad, it can just be get this guy out of our face. Do you know what I mean?
Get some quality players in that it doesn't have to be an Arne Slot signing.
Yeah.
Get some Liverpool quality standard players in that are going to be world class in the future, and get it going that way.
I also be interested to see some of the players within this squad. How much of it is Klopp and how much of it is them? So, you know, like once Klopp's taken out of the equation, how good is Trent? You know, how good is look, the fantastic players. Oh,
Spurs
scored 4-2. That's a fantastic goal. Richarlison with the assist.
Wow.
Great build-up play by Spurs. And it's 4-2.
Wow.
Crystanbul.
Yeah, exactly. Wow, this is crazy.
Come on, Spurs.
This is the epitome of Liverpool this season. The first half, so attacking, dominant. But defensively, you can get at this Liverpool side. That's why they've not won the league this season. And they won't do. If they don't win this game, wow.
He's onside.
Lays it off. Really well played from Richarlison.
Richarlison has to be onside there. No way he's not. He's done well as well.
Yeah, it's miles on.
What's Gravenberch got to be better there?
Yeah.
Could he not have got
He's
closer?
been missing this season, man. Physically, he's not up to the league, I don't think. He's nowhere near quick enough.
Because I feel like Gravenberch has watched... Oh, no, it's onside. Look, Van Dijk's way ahead of him.
Yeah, the fact they have to
we don't need to do this.
Yeah, look at these guys.
Thank you. That's done. It's done.
Yeah, what a shame. You can't celebrate a goal these days. Look. Oh, Sweden, here we come. Every day it's getting closer to me emigrating to the great Swedish kingdom.
Oh, shit, yeah, no. No.
I'm moving to Stockholm.
Rory's back in the room now.
Rory, can't believe what's happened, mate. Spurs are back in the game.
No, they got 2 back now.
Nah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but it doesn't matter.
It does. They could draw this game 4-4.
Don't be daft.
What happens if they do?
The anniversary of Crystanbul.
Ange is a top manager if they draw this 4-4.
Yeah.
No.
Well, you're going to take it back?
Yeah, you have to take it back.
No, I don't take it back. I'd say, why are you 4-0 down, you idiots?
Yeah, you could score 4 goals and you let him score 4 first.
Yeah, scoring 4 at Anfield is amazing.
Flippin' idiot. Oh, he's done well there.
No. Who scored the second?
Son settled by Richarlison.
Oh.
Like, this is what it should
Oh, it's a foul. It's nasty.
Absolutely
Book him then.
Fucked his ankle
Book him.
there.
This is what it should be.
Wait, that's a foul on the Liverpool player, isn't it?
No, it's a foul on the Spurs player. You'd be no good as a ref.
Watch, wait a minute. Watch this.
Look at this.
No,
Adam. Come on.
I thought he had kicked through the back of him.
Specsavers for you, mate. I can get you a leaflet. I used to work for the Specsavers. I'll give you a little leaflet, mate.
Specsavers? Are you
Give you a little
Rory,
leaflet.
The Twitter. Oh, Son's in the box. He's got through 2 of them. Trent.
Oh, what are you doing?
He fell over.
Square the ball, you dickhead.
Greedy.
Could have squared the ball.
Greedy shit.
He thinks he's Ronaldo. He really does.
Yeah, he does, isn't it?
He's not Ronaldo.
He got gassed up by that.
Yeah, because Expressions called him Sonaldo.
He's falling over from the start. Trent's done well there, because that can never be a foul.
I want a 4-4 for my Ange debate. This whole show, we can clip it up for content. I think we should definitely. If it's 4-4, I look like a genius.
Well, not that much of a genius, because not that much of a genius. You said the game will finish 3-0 to Liverpool.
Fantastic.
Derby
You said
Nunes
the
has
game
done
will
really
finish
well
3-0.
there. Harvey Elliott's on the ball.
That's a
Salah's in the
5-0.
box.
Gonna get your
Skip
feet
squared up to him. You got men
Wide.
It's a good baller.
Elliott.
Billy.
Salah.
What's going on? They're taking the piss, man. What did I just watch? Was someone offside?
Spurs have dragged him down to their
Why
level.
have they not scored?
What the?
What? I'm actually
Why
dumber.
did Salah act like the whistle had been blown?
I'm dumber watching now.
I think he took his eye off the ball.
Look, that.
Right. That's
That's a good cutback. That's poor. That's poor. The Spurs defender's
you know what,
poor.
Van der Ven's put him off.
I think he thought someone was coming in to
Watch.
head. Look, he doesn't head it. He thinks someone's coming for him.
Because Van der Ven looked like he was going to boot it, didn't he?
Taking his eye off the ball.
What the hell was that about?
Come on, another Spurs goal would be good here. Come on, one more.
It would be funny. And then Liverpool get another
Van
one.
Dijk's like-
4-3 and then 5.
Foul rep.
Richarlison's got sent flying.
Foul rep, yeah.
Van Dijk right out of position here.
Uh-oh. Oh, fuck me.
Who's that, man? Getting caught on his... Get him off the pitch,
How's he
man.
still on the game?
For about
How's he still in the game?
Brennan Johnson.
Oh, he's like that guy in the office that kind of just goes around saying hello to people, doesn't do anything. You know, one of those that just kind of floats through the day.
No, I don't know what you're talking about. Who?
Huh?
No idea.
You know what I'm trying to say? Every company's got someone that just floats through, doesn't do anything.
Give me an
That's
example.
Brennan Johnson.
Give me an example.
Example.
I don't know what you mean.
Well, you wouldn't. We'd never worked together in an office, have
No,
we?
Yeah, give me an example. Famous.
We've not worked in an
No,
office.
I've been in your
famous
office.
example.
What, of someone that floats through, doesn't
Yeah,
read too much?
we'd all know.
I don't know, actually.
No, what are you on
I
about? I
actually
don't know what you're talking about.
Every company's got a little floater.
Doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense.
You know what I'm on about?
Nah, no clue.
Interesting.
Try and give me some more.
I could always spot them pretty clearly, actually.
Spot what?
The guy in the office, right, that would make people cups of tea. Do you want a coffee, mate? You think, what's he done all day? He's done fuck all. That's what Brennan Johnson's like.
No idea.
He's a
what you're on
viper.
about. Weird.
He is.
No, weird comparison. Don't
It
get it.
reminds me of, I heard a story. This guy used to pick up this guy, do press ups with him and stuff like that. Just a viper and stuff like that.
Do press ups with Brendan Johnson?
Yeah. Huh?
Do press ups with Brendan Johnson? What's that?
No, Brennan Johnson Brennan Johnson's a viper. Honest to God. Honest to God.
Is a what? A vibe?
You never heard of a vibe hire? Higher.
Oh, vibe higher.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You just get.
your accent is all
Yeah.
over the gaff for that.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh!
Vibar.
That's not a vibe.
Vibe. I thought you meant Vibe Bar.
Hire.
There was a bar
Hire.
in Brick Lane called Vibe
Yeah,
Bar.
vibe.
Vibe bar.
I know what
Vibe bar.
bar is,
Isn't
yeah.
Poet in a band called Viber?
Vibber.
Oh, is it Vibber?
Vibber,
I thought it was
Vibber.
called Viber. Trent's just tried to lob Vicarious, embarrassing. When a keeper gets
He's
done
not
like that.
far off there, Trent.
Is a vibe hire a complimentary term or a negative? No.
Negative, really.
Would you say I'm a vibe hire? Is that a good?
No,
link
you
to
bring
me?
in incredible amounts of quality.
Is it something when I say I don't mean this?
You have
is it a good
previously
link?
been a vibe hire. in your old
Is
life.
it a good thing to be, or is it a bad thing?
No, it means
It means people like you, but they don't know what you do.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Yeah,
what it means by the
because you're kind of like,
consequences
oh, we're going out for a drink on Thursday.
Yeah,
You're like,
yeah,
what have you been
yeah,
doing
yeah.
all day?
When you go, so that person's asking people if they want tea, so they remember them. That
Yeah,
Yeah, that
they
vibe.
did something.
Yeah.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, so you didn't enunciate it properly.
Vibe higher.
No, you just when you went, oh, such a good goal from Harvey Elliott.
Postage stamp
It's
in it.
such a good goal.
Beautiful, man. What a player. Does he go on the plane?
He'd go on my plane, but he
But he
doesn't
won't,
go
will
on
he?
Gareth's
He
plane.
doesn't go on the plane before Madison. Does.
Oh,
He's better than Madison.
Mm-mm.
Of course he is.
I don't know if he's shown
He's
it. I don't
better
know.
than Madison. Are you crazy?
It's tight.
It's not tight. It's not tight.
There's 26 now. I've just been told in the Euro 2020.
Mate, it's
You didn't have to
squad.
bait yourself like that. You could have just got it's 26 lads.
Listen up.
pretend. I never
Hang on,
pretend.
lads.
If
Harvey
I-
Elliott over James Madison every day of the week and twice on a Sunday.
No.
Yes.
Not for me.
Yeah.
personally.
You forget what he was doing in the
Not for
first
me
6 months of the
Yeah,
season.
because it was so long ago, it's almost irrelevant. It'd be like
It's
saying
not,
I forget
it's not.
I
It's part
forget
of the
Henry
season.
VIII. I forget
It's
Henry.
part
I forget
of
the name of Henry VIII's second wife because it was so long ago.
It's this-
I can't remember the name of Henry VIII's second wife.
It's this season, man. We got to talk.
Anne Boleyn.
Well, I'm way off camera.
Anne Boleyn.
It's yeah.
Get on camera, you clown.
Yeah. He's been fantastic at points this season.
Oh my God! What are you
What?
talking
Has he not?
about?
Has he not?
Connor Watson.
Adam, has he not?
He thought
Adam,
you was calling
I'm
Johnson
asking
a
you, Adam.
vampire.
You talk about football.
That's what I thought he said as well.
Oh,
Go on,
Vampire.
Spurs.
Vampire.
Madison's been fantastic this season.
Yeah.
No, he hasn't.
For
Yeah, go on.
60% of the season, 60% of the season has been fantastic.
Mate,
60% of the season's not bad.
60% of the season he's been fantastic. Are you joking? For 10% of the season he was very good.
Not 10. Not
That's
10.
literally first,
Not 10.
10.
Jack,
Go on,
what's the
Madison, go on,
stats this
Madison, do
season for
something, yeah.
Madison?
10% of the season
Jack,
he's
do you
been all
mind
right.
finding me Premier League stats for Madison this season? Because I bet he's got like 8 goals, 8 assists.
Find them, and you're about to look dumb.
What do you think? 10% of the season?
Look at him, he's
Also,
stupid.
10%.
Also, if we take
August.
this season out-
August.
Average.
He's the
If we
best.
take
James
this season
Madison
out
is
of-
the definition of average.
He's had an amazing season,
Yes,
Roy.
Harvey Elliott is
Harvey
10
Elliott's
times
closer
a
to
player
average
of-
than James
Harvey
Madison.
Elliott is 10 times a player
I don't
of
think he
Madison.
right average, but
Are you
James Madison's better
do
than
you-
Harvey Elliott, bro.
Don't be. Harvey Elliott is 10. Harvey Elliott is 10
I can't
times
see
a player.
Jack. Sorry, man. Do you mind zooming in?
Harvey Elliott
4
is
goals, 7 assists.
4 goals, 7 assists. What, for 10% of the season?
4 goals, 7 assists.
That's August, bro. He's been fantastic. September, October,
No, he hasn't.
November,
No, he hasn't.
December.
Madison-
Gets injured
Madison's
December.
better than
He's
Harvey
not been the
Elliott.
same.
4 goals, 10 assists. Come on.
He's got more technical ability than Harvey Elliott. I'm sorry.
Are you stupid?
Sorry.
He has.
No
Sorry, bro.
way,
I'm
you
telling you
two.
facts.
Oh my God. Oh wow.
It's just as a Spurs fan, you're so biased.
No,
See his
I'm not.
record before
It's-
he got to Spurs.
he beat
well, when he was
Chelsea's
at
best
Leicester.
player.
It was ridiculous.
No.
He'd be Chelsea's best player.
Harvey Elliott is 10 times a player
No,
of
he's
James
not,
Madison.
stop saying 10 times.
It's 10, at least 10.
10
at
times
least
is
10.
a
I've gone minimal.
It's 10
with
times worse.
I've
That's a
gone
League
minimal.
Two.
if
You can't
anything.
say 10 times in the league. They're both in the same league.
No, I can say.
You can
What's
though.
10?
Harvey Elliott's 10 times better than a Forest Green
Read my
Rovers player.
lips.
Yeah, what's your money? T-E-N.
Soft. You're soft. Who's that?
Madison!
Shit house.
Softy.
Madison. Was
That's
that
all he skipped.
Madison?
That's all he skipped.
It was
No,
Madison.
it's
It was
Madison.
Madison.
It's Madison.
That's all he skipped.
It's
That was
Madison.
Madison.
Oh, fucking use your eyes,
You
you
fell over.
clowns.
Who
Who's
wears
number 10?
Fucking
Who's
hell.
number 10?
Go Specsavers.
Who's number
Go
10?
Vision
Who's number
Express.
10? Who wears number 10?
Vision
Who's number
Express
10?
for Rory.
Who wears
Oh,
number
shit.
10?
Liverpool in. Oh.
Who wears number 10?
Vision Express for you, big boy.
Who wears number 10 for you, big boy?
It's not number 10. It's Ollie
It
Skip.
was not on his skin.
Oh,
Fucking
for
Jack,
fuck.
tell him.
Jack, Jack's not even watching.
Mate, it was James Madison.
From my understanding,
James
and this
Madison is just a little, he just getting bullied in
so
there.
you're telling me a goal involvement
to a
every
poll.
169 minutes is bad. Thanks very much.
Well done, Booth. Where
do
did you
you
get
mean?
that off from, by the way?
It's
Top of your
not a
head.
goal
called
in
memory.
every,
It's called memory.
It's not a goal every 165 minutes.
Ball
It's
Goal
on him.
involvement.
Richarlison's in. He's definitely outside.
Oh! Back post! Oh!
He had to score that.
What? It was
You
a
have
good save.
Yeah, he got kicked off the line. You've got to put
Alisson
your head.
saved him
You've got to
twice,
put your
you know.
head into the boot and get the
Yeah.
penalty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who was it?
What are we blowing for here, man? Oh, for fuck's
Oh, him
Take him again.
Get off, Brendan Johnson! Get out of
Get out
town!
of here,
Oh,
man.
absolutely useless. Tottenham would be a
out.
better team if you went off.
Championship. He's onside. For fuck's sake,
You know
why
when
are you
you're a
checking
player
that,
that
you
does something
twat?
stupid in the next...
Look, watch. He could win this. He could win it. He
He
doesn't.
bottles it. He bottles that.
Absolutely.
Let's have a look.
Gone straight into the post, in fairness. I hope he's all right.
Oh, I hope he's okay, yeah.
Stay on moving.
You stop cutting around all of us. Stick to one. Let's fucking stick to it now. Stick to Adam, please.
Cut to movie, please.
Cut to one.
Single on movie immediately.
I was like laying into the lad, and he's absolutely
no
George in the
Steven
jungle.
Spielberg. Yeah, maybe directing the cameras. Fuck you know, he's cutting all sorts.
George
in the jungle. Watch out for that tree.
No, bless him. I hope he's okay.
Bless him.
Bless his heart.
I hope he gets
That's Phil
taken
Mitchell in the
off.
background. Goal involvement every 165 minutes
Oh,
for
get
James
a
Maddison.
grip. Get a grip.
Did we do a poll? Did we do a
outrageous.
poll?
The poll will tell you that James Maddison is average
Yeah, do a
compared to
poll.
Harvey Elliott. That's what the poll
Who's
will tell
better, Harvey Elliott or James Maddison? Poll bingo.
you. Poll bingo.
Yeah.
Fine. And if the poll comes in and I'm right, you swallow it.
He's going to stick it in your mouth. You're going to swallow it.
Oh,
again.
can you stop saying weird stuff like that?
He said
it's
that,
actually
didn't
beginning to creep me out.
No, you're the one obsessed
What's the
with
thing you said in Monaco?
Who?
You said something in Monaco.
About you?
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
I said you love threesomes.
Yeah, that was it.
That was here, though.
No, you said something in Monaco. It was
Yeah, he
a
said he's
slip
going
of
to
the
stick it in
tongue.
your mouth and make you swallow it. That's what you said to me.
What was I talking about? That doesn't sound like something I'd say.
Definitely.
What?
Jack.
Talking about...
Yeah,
you said he'll fill you in.
You're going to fill him in and he has to
Yeah, but I
swallow it.
wasn't... No, it was your dirty minds that made it that. I suggested something very legitimate. It was your dirty minds.
Honestly, if the poll says that I'm wrong, I'm happy to
swallow
hold
it
my
now.
hands up.
Mate, if I say...
Get your votes in, by the way, because this is an important poll.
No, just vote normally.
No,
Don't vote for yourself.
No, I'm not voting for myself. I'm voting
There's
for...
a super chat here,
no.
which means, gotta read it out. Taylor says, Rory, did you not call Clear Lake stupid for not signing Maddison because of his age?
Yeah, because not signing someone for their age is stupid.
Why do you have to answer for everything?
Yes.
You can just admit you're wrong every now and again, Royce.
No, because I'm not wrong. Because Harvey Elliott is a better player than James Maddison. It's not even controversial.
Well, how many YouTube accounts have you got? Because since you started looking at your phone, the polls...
Vote
He's got
immediately.
burner accounts.
Yeah.
Vote immediately.
Vote for Maddison.
Vote immediately for
We're at
Harvey Elliott.
61%.
Come on, Liverpool
We're at
fans.
61%.
Where are you? Vote for...
61%.
You must now vote.
62%, man.
You sound like
must now
Delia
vote
Smith at
for
Norwich
Harvey
City when they were getting battered by Man
Come
City.
on, let's be having you.
You sound like Delia Smith.
Let's be having you.
What was the thing? They weren't even losing that game. There's something that's
0-0. They needed to stay up.
Did you see
It was
that?
against
Did you
City.
see Ipswich had a load
weren't
of
losing.
stickers
It was 0-0.
that they put on the posts at Portman Road of Delia Smith?
really. Yeah. They hate each other, don't they? I think Ipswich are a
Why are
bigger
you
club.
waking up now? Go on, sorry, Booth.
No, I think Ipswich are a bigger club. Not
Yeah.
City for me. I don't want them back in the league as
Ipswich
well.
are bigger than me.
Please,
To me.
no more
I don't
Norwich.
think so.
They'll win the playoffs, you know.
Although Norwich early
I don't think
years,
that's true.
The way it's
Norwich
going,
early
no,
years
the
are
way it's
Prem were
going.
challenging and that.
Yeah, Norwich nearly won the Premier League. Norwich played Bayern Munich. Like,
Ipswich should be in the Champions League.
Norwich.
No, they haven't been in the Champions League.
The
They've been in
European
Europe.
Cup.
Yeah.
Madison,
Marcus Stewart that year.
62% final result.
It's gone up.
Thanks to the OGs. Rory's had a stinker.
I haven't had a stinker.
You just
because-
lost to democracy.
Oh my God. I haven't
Oh.
lost to democracy.
You have.
I haven't.
You said, let's do a poll. And I said, if I lose the poll, I'm happy to hold my hands up and say I'm wrong. You've lost the poll.
But he didn't say that.
I didn't say I'd do that.
Oh.
I said I don't recognise the
If buts and maybes
legitimacy of
with
these
you,
people.
Oh, fuck you now. Here we go.
Oh, look, Maddison, well played.
Son.
Lay it back to Maddison.
Oh,
No, he's nowhere to be
Come on,
seen.
man.
Salah's
Go
going to
on,
win
Salah.
that.
Go on, keep that in.
Oh, well
Oh,
done. Superb.
Who was that?
Absolutely
He's unlucky
brilliant
there,
there.
you know, he's
James
unlucky.
Maddison, fantastic. Standing ovation for the Maddison. Absolutely sensational. Well played. Absolutely unreal.
Is that a Nike shirt?
Yeah, I thought it was a smudge.
I've never seen you wear a Nike top.
What? I thought you smudged yourself on the door.
Comme de garçon, prick.
Yeah, but it's got Nike as well.
Comme de garçon,
But
prick.
it's a collab, isn't it?
Comme de garçon. Yeah, it's a
innit?
collab, but don't worry about the smudge.
I thought it was a bit.
Yeah,
I
fuck
thought
it.
you,
Smudge.
He went. I
I
thought
thought
you had a
you rubbed a
smudge
bit
on
of
your
coal on it
t-shirt.
accidentally or something.
Coal.
What?
What year are we living in?
Yeah.
Coal.
What's wrong with coal?
I'm often down a coal mine.
Yeah. Fuck it out.
Come on, see it out.
Oh.
We need to have a serious and frank conversation about Big Ange. The second the referee blows a full-time whistle on this.
4-2 is not a bad result.
No, it's a really good result.
No, it's not. It's,
No, you're right, actually. In fact, the
yeah,
real
but come
winner...
on, it could have been 5 or 6-0. Instead, it's 4-2.
Yeah.
He's got back in the game a little.
Yeah, no, it's a good result for Tottenham. They can be over
It's
the
not,
moon with
it's
this.
not a good result, but it's
How
better.
old is he?
He's younger than me.
Really?
About 27.
Who, Skip?
Yeah, he's 26, 27.
Do you think he's a good player? Like, do you think he's the kind of player that you need in your squad? Is he like that kind of player?
For what level? Getting them into the top 4?
I don't know. Is he good enough to be at Tottenham? No.
I mean, Tottenham is shit, isn't it?
No, but they're still a top
Who would he
10
start
Premier
for,
League
though? Would he
teams.
start for Brentford?
That's what I'm thinking. Is there a club? Is he a starter at a different Premier League club?
It's so hard.
You
to
usually
gauge.
don't see how good these players, these fringe players, how good they actually are till they're in that position where they have to start every week.
Every club's had one, like someone just stays there forever and barely plays.
Yeah, like in an office, the guy that made cups of tea.
It's usually them, to be fair. Yeah, it's usually them. They go under the radar.
Yeah. Skip's 23.
23?
You sure?
You want to hear a mad stat? He was born in 2000.
Oh,
No.
Did I've been to the
2000,
year
so you didn't experience the 90s.
2000.
what a decade, eh?
Much to say, but they live underwater.
God,
You know
what a
that?
year.
Do you know that song?
Busted, yeah.
Great-granddaughter.
What a year.
Pretty
1999
fine.
God.
What I don't get about that song is, though, why is he jumping on someone's great-great-great-granddaughter?
Because it's the future, 3000.
Yeah, but you can still just talk to a daughter.
Look, she'd be dead,
Yeah.
wouldn't she?
Yeah.
And then what about, why
That's
is
the
he
point of the
still
song.
there then?
Because he's managed to survive to the year 3000. And in
You
that
need to
time,
really listen to the lyrics, you know.
know,
That's one of the things I haven't done.
It's not Dostoevsky, is it? It's a pop song from 2002 that used to be on CBBC.
Written by Matt Willis.
Matt Willis. Fucking hell. They're postulating about a world where you sleep with someone's great-great-great-granddaughter because you somehow managed to survive to the year 3000. It's not rocket science, that is
a
it?
bit weird, though, isn't it?
Oh, I don't know. It went to number 1 though, didn't it, in the chart? So you got to give
Probably.
it, credit.
How didn't they make like an Avengers of band?
Yeah, it's called
McBusted or something.
Punk Star or something, or Rock Star or something.
McBusted, isn't
something
it?
Star. All Star.
Darwin Núñez is in.
Liverpool
Salah,
5.
5-2.
Shocking
Might be
result.
offside,
This
though.
is a shocking result.
Fantastic. It's a good result for Tottenham, though.
It's offside. It's offside. It's offside. It's offside.
What?
It's offside.
Where's the confusion with the lines? What do
There
you
was
mean
no
it's offside?
confusion. Everyone knew it was offside. You look at this donkey went
Like-
early.
So much space to run into. You don't have to go.
don't
It was
have-
so
that
easy
early.
for Romero. Just went, check this out.
Yeah. 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 Like, why has Darwin Núñez not curved his run?
an
There was
idiot.
so much room behind.
You don't understand. You don't
It's not
understand.
brain to do something.
You don't
clever,
understand.
wouldn't
Do you know, I don't know if you saw this the other day. There was a stat. Who was it about now? And it might have been about Andy Cole.
it?
And-
Yeah, Buvey was telling you. The offside one.
Yeah, was it
He was
Buvey?
offside for
Was
20
was it
times
you
in his
that-
career.
Was it you that tweeted that?
I didn't tweet it.
Oh, I saw it on Twitter. But
I swear Buvey brought it up at our last stream in
Yeah.
the show while you were sat here.
nah, I haven't heard it.
You were here, and I brought it up last stream.
Nah.
Because he said 40 first, but really
I said 40. It was 20
No,
in
it's less
400.
than 20.
It's not
It's less than 20.
It's not
It
less
You
is.
got the stat wrong.
But it's not
You're
less than 20.
regurgitating
Mate,
something
you
I
said it
said
was
to
It's
you.
not, it's not less than 20.
Yeah, but then we corrected it on the stream. It was 20
Was
and
I there for that?
414.
'Cause I have absolutely no recollection. I must have just fucking shut down on him. Every now and again, I've got this amazing skill.
24
I know,
times.
like
yeah.
with radio, I can turn my ears off when you start.
Me.
Yeah,
What about Adam?
you know, because he don't start like you. You know when you go for it.
Yeah.
Sometimes I just got to go. Nah.
Go for when?
No, like when you go for it. Like for example, you start telling me about.
So you're blaming me
virus.
you're blaming me on you having a memory like a sieve. That's what you're blaming me on for that.
No, I'm not.
Interesting that.
No, I'm not blaming you for that. I'm blaming you for making me occasionally have to tune you out.
Yeah, but what? Tell me a topic
Okay,
that makes you
okay.
tune out. New Labour or something.
If you say Alistair Campbell,
Yeah.
I switch off. If you say Harry Maguire, because I know that
Really?
you're really going to support him, yeah, I kind of switch off. If you say, you know, when you get a bit nostalgic about Sean Wright Phillips, I'm out of there.
harsh.
I'm out of there.
That's harsh.
I'm out of there.
But then if you
That's
did that to
harsh.
him every time you mentioned Sean Wright Phillips, every time you mention Gavin Peacock, you're fucked.
Yeah.
No,
And I always entertain it, and I'm actually, because I entertain it, I'm actually losing brain cells. So maybe I should do it. Dan Petrescu and all that.
so, but see, I'm teaching you about Super Dan. Best right back the world's ever seen.
One of my favourite things of this season is when Miles thought that chant was the original Arsenal tune. We're by far the greatest team.
Yeah. What songs do Arsenal sing? We've got this great.
Liverpool in. Oh,
Why didn't you take it round him?
He's an idiot.
Is that handball?
No,
It's
he's in the
offside.
box. In the box.
Right, come on, ref, that'll do.
It must be that one, and the Spurs go marching in. Every club's got
Yeah.
a.
Oh, when the
When the
Saints,
Saints go
When the
marching
Blues.
in.
I want
When
to
the-
be.
yeah.
We're
When the-
steamers though. What are you? We're steaming in.
City don't have one, to be fair. Man
not
City
do
haven't.
We're very much.
Reds is marching.
Yeah, you can
Blues
have
got-
reds, whites,
We're very much steaming in.
greens.
The game is over. Ange Postecoglou getting a Little hug from Jurgen Klopp, who wins his penultimate game at Anfield. He's got one left here at Anfield before the end of the season. The title race, obviously, Liverpool still have mathematically a chance, but even if they win their 2 remaining games, they'd need Arsenal to lose both.
Are Tottenham now officially out of the running for top 4?
Tottenham are 7 points off Aston Villa with a game in hand. So if Villa get a point, it's pretty much done, isn't it?
So Tottenham need to win 3, and bearing in mind the trajectory they're on, they can't win 1. And they need to hope that Villa don't pick up anything. And so it's been a great day at the office for Aston Villa. It's one of those weird situations where they can lose.
Villa fans feel Champions League tonight.
Aston Villa get beat at Brighton. They feel depressed. They're on the train now. They're probably getting off a train at Victoria to get up to Euston in order to get back to Birmingham. And they're going to be going, this is fantastic.
Did anyone expect Spurs to go to Anfield and win?
I think if the back of you losing at Brighton, even if they nick a point, it's bad.
Yeah.
Even if they nick a point. So no, I think it's a great day for Aston Villa. Very good day for Liverpool. In terms of the title race, though, Liverpool aren't really, even though this is a very impressive result. I know you said that they are still in with a shout, but realistically,
I don't think they are, though.
No.
They're out.
So we can now look at it and we can say that Manchester City have 4 games to play this entire season, and if they win 4 games this season, they will win the double.
3 of those in the league. They're 1 point off Arsenal, who have 2 games remaining. So if they win that game in hand on Arsenal, they will be 2 points clear of them.
And that game in hand is against Tottenham, a ground that hasn't been historically very kind to you. You have won there this season, though, in the FA Cup.
Yeah.
But you are playing a Tottenham team who are in total disarray.
Mm-hmm. But it's the weird thing, you know me, football history for me matters. And it's like, we've had some shocking City sides that have gone there and beaten Spurs when they were good, and vice versa. They've managed to stop us doing all sorts, getting through to the Champions League semi-finals. So I'm not confident massively about
but
Spurs.
If you look, I agree with you. If there's one thing that certainly chimes with me, it's your acknowledgement of the history of the situation. And the Tottenham Man City thing is a weird one, but this Tottenham team are so bad.
They're naive, aren't they?
They're so bad. Like, their manager is so bad. They are all over the place. They've got to be one of the sides in the league. If they did a form table, Tottenham have got to be towards the bottom.
In the last 5 games,
every game,
so
like Chelsea have
bad.
battered them. Arsenal, I know that game finished 3-2 and people could somehow position that it was close. But Arsenal battered
Unforced
them.
errors.
Newcastle United battered them. They conceded, 4 here? Could have been 6. Ultimately,
Newcastle,
you couldn't be asking for a better fixture, a better time to play Tottenham than this one.
Yeah,
and they have nothing to play for, and they want you to win, really.
If we can't beat Spurs, if we cannot score enough to just get 3 points against Spurs, no matter how we do it, even if we concede a few, like Liverpool have done today, we don't deserve to win the league. Simple as that. It's not a generational Spurs side. They're a side in transition as well.
No.
But I'm massively confident. Fulham and West Ham, actually, the London side has got a massive role to play in City potentially winning or not winning the Premier League title.
They're also now, Tottenham, they're also in a situation where they have nothing to play for. So their fans, it's going to be such an interesting atmosphere in that stadium when you visit. Because their fans, I think, will be there, and 80% of them at very least, probably 90%, will want you to win.
Yeah.
Especially
they'll be doing a Poznan.
Champions League's basically gone.
It's gone. So they now need to lose. It's going to be very weird. In terms of where you think the title will go, Mr. McKola, would you see? How do you see it playing out?
I've got this weird feeling about Spurs playing playing City on the evening and getting a result. But getting a result might not even still be enough, because if City get a draw, it could still potentially come down to goal difference. Arsenal have to go and play Manchester United at Old Trafford. Look, we haven't been great this season at all, but we've already shown what can happen. We put a spanner in the works against Liverpool in their title race. And what's different here is, much like, similar to the Spurs-Arsenal thing, Man United fans won't want City to win the league. You know what I mean? So it's going to be a weird atmosphere at Old Trafford for that Manchester United-Arsenal game as well, whereby we kind of want Arsenal to win. And the thing
but you
before
still
that
have enough to play for, don't you? Manchester United need to play in order to qualify for Europe. And I know that you're not particularly enthused at the prospect of playing in the Europa League, but your personal opinions on this are irrelevant. The club want to be in Europe.
Yeah, but I think we'll probably still get Europe regardless. You know what I mean? Whether that's Conference League or Europa League or whatever.
I don't think you'll get Europe if you lose. I think it suddenly becomes really, really sticky if you lose to Arsenal. You've only got 4 games left to play.
I'd take a defeat against Arsenal if it means City don't win the league.
Yeah. But it's interesting how Liverpool have smashed Spurs. Obviously, they've basically guaranteed top 4. I think we have to be positive about Liverpool. I think they've punched massively above their weight to even be in a title discussion going into February and March. They pulled away a little bit, and that's down to a side in transition, a side with so many young kids as well. And maybe Jurgen Klopp leaving. And then the announcement time will have a massive, moment in history. We'll look back and think that was a mistake. But we have to sort of say fair play to Liverpool, I think, for where they've been this season.
Yeah, absolutely. With regard to the way the culmination of the season now, Booth, you've got 4 games left. How many of the 4 do you win?
I think City will win all 4.
And therefore win the double.
Yeah, I think.
What's your league games? So. Spurs,
Fulham and West Ham.
Spurs and Fulham away, and West Ham's at home.
Yeah.
So you've got 2 tricky away games.
Spurs is the big one. We've never won there in the league. We barely scored a goal in the league since the new stadium.
Never.
We've never won there in the league.
There's always a time in it, and that's just I'm one of those guys.
Also, they've only played there a few years. They've been there for 3 years?
It's a bit longer than that, though, mate. I think it's like 5 or 6.
Year, that's a long time.
Yeah, it's true. Look, it's not been a good.
Barely scored a goal there. I think we've scored 1 goal there since they moved in.
No,
and that's Nathan Ake last minute.
You got beat 3-2 there. Oh no, that was at City, wasn't it? The Harry Kane hat trick.
Yeah, we barely scored a goal in their stadium. It's different in the fixture at the Etihad, of course. So that's got to be massively looked upon for Arsenal fans. That's the biggest one. I'm not having Fulham. They're on the beach. Fulham are on the beach.
Yeah, Fulham have got nothing to play for. West Ham United just conceded 5 against Chelsea.
They're sinking. And we've already won the league against West Ham at the Etihad before with Pellegrini. So
it basically comes down to Tottenham in your eyes.
Yeah, if Tottenham can find some sort of weird form, can they break through the lines? Can Son score an early goal? Can they hold on? That's what... I don't know why they'd want to do that. Obviously, if you're a Spurs fan, why would you want that to happen? But it could happen.
The only reason why I could see them getting anything out of the game, the only way they do, is if Ange Postecoglou does what he has told us he won't do. And that's totally change his ethos, totally change his approach to the game. Like we said before they played Arsenal, we were like, if you attack Arsenal, the one thing that we know about Odegaard, the one thing we know about the way Arteta sets up his team, if you give that team pockets to play in and room in behind, they will punish you badly. And it proves to be true. That's exactly the same with City. Everyone knows it. If you give City room, if you allow Guardiola's team to play, De Bruyne will destroy you. Haaland will destroy you. Bernardo Silva will destroy you. Phil Foden will destroy you. So it's whether Postecoglou decides to look at the opposition and go, do you know what? We've conceded 4 at Anfield, 2 at Stamford Bridge, 3 at home to Arsenal, 4 away at St James's Park, 20 in the last 7, we said. Enough's enough.
If you're a Spurs fan, do you even go to that game? I'd go and show them that you don't care.
No, I'd go. I'd care because I care massively about the result. I care that we get beat. You care more that you get. It's more important that Arsenal don't win the league. This is probably the most important game of Tottenham's season.
By the country mile.
It's the most important game of Tottenham's season.
Yeah.
Tottenham desperately need to stop Arsenal. Arsenal haven't won the league for 20 years. 2 decades. We have managed to protect and preserve the Premier League away from them. We cannot give it up now, and Tottenham have the perfect opportunity to further the cause and further the weight that Arsenal have had. They have to take their chance.
Yeah. It's going to be very, very interesting. I still kind of like my head says Man City will win this league and they'll do their usual.
Do you think they win the double, or do you think you actually win the cup? Yeah, they win the double. Cool.
Yeah, they're probably going to win the double. I was gutted to see Chelsea lose that game, to be honest, in the semi-final.
They were unlucky.
But you never know in a cup final. And like the last one, like it was literally De Gea chucking it in the net that made us lose it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I think you can
got back in the game, didn't you?
On a cup final day. You never know what can happen. So, but yeah, it looks like they're going to win the league. But something about Spurs being Spursy in the truest fashion possible and handing Arsenal the league that is just still lingering about for me.
It's not clear cut yet, and City have got goals conceded against us for the last 6 months. We haven't got the best defence in terms of form.
You are in
we smash sides. Yeah, we smash sides with goals.
Yeah.
You know, and we're very, very lucky.
You are in incredible form. You're finding form at the perfect opportunity. You're doing exactly what you need to be doing, and let's face it. You're playing teams who, some of them will be happy to give you the points, and other teams have absolutely.
Well, I think all 3. 3 London sides. You couldn't make it up.
Yeah, I don't. I don't know if Fulham. I don't know if Fulham have any rivalry. West Ham won't want. West Ham fans won't want Arsenal to win the league.
No, exactly. West Ham, Manchester City.
They won't want Declan Rice.
We've got the relationship going. West Ham and City love playing each other.
Isn't that video that's online?
Going.
That I think it's Bandit Nana made it on Twitter. It's quite funny. quite funny. I'll show it you later anyway. But yeah, man, I think the title race ends up with City, but you never know with Spurs. You never know.
And we're going to be live for all of the title deciding games. So make sure that you subscribe to the club. We really appreciate you tuning in. Thank you for spending your very precious Sunday afternoons this bank holiday with us. Brilliant result for Liverpool. Disastrous result for Tottenham, which is obviously fantastic. And a huge thank you to Super 6. We are honoured that they have partnered with us for this entire season. Make sure that you click the link in the description below. If you predict 6 football scores correctly, you will win 250,000 bags of sand. It really is as easy as that. Totally free to play, won't cost you a penny, and it's testing your ball knowledge. Remember, if you finish top of our mini league, you will also get to play football with us at the New Den versus Pitchside. Join the club's Super 6 mini league. The code is Club23. Well, should we say goodbye to Buvey? Bye, Buvey.
Bye, Buvey.
Cheers, lads.